4,000 miles away from his bedroom in the UK, covering all your favorite sports, he's high in demand. From baseball to football, he's got every angle covered. He's gonna watch your team, even when they get smothered. It's Heisty, it is Jolly Good Takes. Introducing your host, Liam.
Right, there we go. I had it on mute. What a wally. What's good, Jolly Gooders? Welcome back to another Jolly Good Take stream. What's up, everyone? We're live for Giants at Marlins, game number 1. Already a rocky start because I didn't have the sound on. But it's going to be Landen Roupp on the mound today for the Giants. And for the Marlins, we've got the car, I think it is, on the mound for them. I'll get to the Giants lineup in a second. But how's it going, everyone? Spencer, already having a go at me. Bob, what's up? How's your day been? Insane. Excited about the USA. Juice, what's up? Wilson, also excited about the USA. You guys, you're going to get carried away. You've won 2 from 2 games. What's up, everybody? Hey, Bob, let's hope no one attacks Bob. And I'm talking to Zimzim when Zimzim gets in here. But looking at the Giants lineup then for today's game, Luis Ariz will be leading off. Bryce Eldridge will be batting second. Matt Chapman third. Rafi Devers will be fourth. By the way, Bryce Eldridge is in there at first base today. And Devers will be the DH. Lee batting fifth. Willie Adama sixth. Casey Schmidt then at seventh. Gilbert and Suzak will be the 8 and 9 hole hitters. So that's your Giants lineup. What do you guys think? Actually quite like the lineup. As long as you have Eldridge up there, and I'd like to see Lee still moved up, but overall, apart from that, it's not a bad lineup. Can Bryce Eldridge, by the way, extend his 22 on base streak? Let's hope he does. As Bob says, he needs to get up at 6 a.m. tomorrow because you got programmed. All right, Bob. Well, good luck to you getting up at 6 a.m. That's about what time I go to bed. So look, I wish you luck as we are about 2 minutes away from game time here. Let's hope the Giants can win 4 in a row. I did not I apologize. I do not know if this is if the Giants have not won 4 in a row yet, or they have. I think Spencer says we have, or Zim. They were having an argument the other day. I do not know, but hey, let's just make it 4 in a row here with a win against the Marlins. Bob, you've put 5. You got to get up at 5, or we've had 5 times we've won. As Bob says, he's going to the casino. So if you're in here, Zim, Spencer's saying we haven't won. Okay, so we have not won 4 games in a row. As Spencer says, 3 is our longest. Well, we've got to change that then, haven't we, today? I mean, we haven't had a sweep yet, so the max it can be is 4, unless you include a 4-game series. But Bob's going to the casino. So Zim, if he was under 21, he could not go to the casino. I believe in America it's 21. So there you go. As Spencer says, we've done it 4 or 5 times now. Okay. Well, you've got to change it today. As look, I'm happy Bryce is playing first base. I want to see him in there a lot more often. You know, Devers is going to get worse with age. So got to get Bryce in there as many times. Another thing, I would like to see more Jonah Cox. I think we should get him in there more. Maybe every other day. Cox and Gilbert. The only thing I will say with Jonah Cox is I do like him off the bench late. Bob says, "Don't worry, I have ID." All right, Bob, I believe you. As Spencer says, "Oh man, Devers." Yeah. Um, I, I'm starting to think you may not be wrong, but Bob says that you have ID. Yeah, I believe you. Zim doesn't, but I believe you. Although Zim is on his way to Turkey v Paraguay today, so you should be safe, Bob. He may pop in for a little bit, but right now you should be safe. Yes, insane. Thanks for bringing that up. On Wednesday against the A's, Tyler Mahle is going to be starting for the San Francisco Giants. So good luck to the Giants on Wednesday. You're not probably not going to get a sweep that series if he's pitching. So if you want to sweep, you got to sweep this one. As Landen Roupp today, Trevor McDonald tomorrow, and Logan Webb on Sunday will be the pitchers. Also, yeah, guys, what do you think about the USA beating Australia 2-0? It's looking good. You're definitely through to the knockout rounds. That was kind of your goal at the start, get out the group stage. How far can you go? Last night I was saying you may not even win in the round of 32, as we are ready here for first pitch. And Luis Ariz, as he always does, takes the first pitch, and it's 0-1. Luis Ariz says he wants to lead off for any team he's playing for. So this is probably where he's going to do his best work, as he is also a former Miami Marlin, and he came from Miami for for Pablo Lopez in that trade with the Minnesota Twins, I believe in 2022, but could have been 2021. As a rise takes in the dirt, and it's 2-1. Insane says, I bet they're going to send McDonald down. They are too afraid to release Hauser. Um, McDonald probably, I would hope they don't. They could send Tristan back, maybe as a rise. It's a high fly ball to centre field. That one's going to be caught by the centre fielder for the Marlins, Marcy, and that is the first out of the game. Yeah, it's either going to be McDonald or Beck. I would rather it be Beck, but we will see. As yes, Spencer, there is one down. Lake Bakar, that's Bakar. I'm going to say Bakar. As Eldridge hits a ground ball sharply to right to first base. First baseman there for the Marlins hits will take it to first bag himself for the second out. As what's up, Zim Zim? How you doing? And also, I just realised since Zim Zim and Insane just commented, you guys are both moderators. Spencer, that duty, I'm going to give that moderator duty to you, as there's two outs here for Matt Chapman. Eldridge, he hit that one hard, just straight along the ground. Um, so that's two outs then, quickly as well, for Bakar, who fires a ball outside to Matt Chapman. So, Spencer, let me just give you that permission now. Add as a moderator. There you go, Spencer. As Wilson, what's up? He says, "Hey, sorry, I got stuck at the bus stop. All good, Wilson. How you doing? Team USA then won 2-0 over the Aussies. As what's up, Zim Zim? How are you as well? Looking forward to Turkey, Paraguay. As Matt Chapman then, it's 1-1 to the Giants' third baseman. As he takes a, he doesn't take, he actually swings and misses there, and it's 1-2. Yeah, insane. I love the positive energy. Oh, also, I need to put my Giants jersey on because that's been the good luck jersey. So I'm going to put that on as the 1-2 pitch to Matt Chapman is outside. Yeah, Wilson, you know that chant. We're just a bus stop in Hounslow. Well, Scotland are just a tiny nation as they're losing to Morocco. As it's 3-2 here to Matt Chapman as he did not swing. Yes, insane. Zim's going to Turkey v Paraguay. So should be a good game, and that'll be an interesting one. If it's a draw, USA have all but qualified, top of the group. As Matt Chapman, as you guys said, does walk. As a Bob, am I not doing the game tomorrow? Yeah, I'll be unable to do the game tomorrow. So I will either stream a game later, or I may do a World Cup game, one of the late World Cup games, whichever one you want. Just because I'm out while the Giants game's going on. But that'll only be the first game I miss. I should be good the rest of the week after that and into next. As Spencer says, that is not acceptable. As Devers then, it's 1-1 here to Rafi Devers. Two outs in the top of the first. As Heron, What's up? Appreciate you. You made a shout out to me on the Australia USA chat on That's Football with Rory Jennings. Was that her on? I appreciate that a lot. You guys are helping spread the channel. I want to thank Anthony as well and Wilson because Wilson reached out to the Fury as Devers fouls that pitch off, and it's 2-2. And I was in contact with Rocha last night. We had a conversation, so appreciate that Wilson and Anthony, who on Even Year Dynasty shouted me out. So I appreciate all you guys. Zim Zim on X, he does a lot. As it's 2-2, 3-2, sorry, to Rafi Devers. And the two Liverpool bros in the chat are having a little bit of fun. But yeah, Bob, I can do the game on Sunday. So I'll be on Sunday, but I can't do tomorrow's game. So it's 3-2 here to Rafi Devers. Back the car in the wind-up. He fires way high, and that will be a walk. And as Spencer says, back-to-back walks. And the Giants then with a chance to strike early here in the top of the first inning. Yeah, Wilson, I hope we can do one as well. He is a great Giants fan. Um, let's hope the Giants are a little bit better, but if not, we'll just have fun anyway. As Lee takes in the dirt, and it's 1-0. Yeah, Spencer, always I appreciate you saying that. Smash the like button if you have not already. And you know what's funny, Wilson? Rocha was my 67th subscriber. Um, I think that kind of fits his personality. As Jung-Hoo Lee swings and misses, and it's 1-1. As Zim Zim says, a swang and a miss. And it's 1-1 here. Let's hope the Giants can string a few hits together. I like the fact they've already got 2 walks, because that's what they do not do. As Jung-Hoo Lee swings over the top of that curveball, and it's 1-2. And Zim Zim, yes, another swing and a miss, which is rare for Jung-Hoo Lee. Also, I want to shout out the 24/7 as that pitch is low and it's 2-2. 24/7 49ers Red and Gold podcast. I was just on that before this stream. They're great guys over there. So I want to just shout out to them. So 2-2 then to Jung-Hoo Lee. Carr in the wind-up. He fires. That one is a close pitch, called a ball. We're going to get an early challenge here. And I think it did just clip the zone. So that will be out number 3. We go to the bottom of the first. Still nothing after the Giants failed to score after 2 walks. That was a close pitch. I would say a risky challenge early on, but with runners at first and second, it doesn't matter if it's the first inning or the ninth. Every inning counts for the same. I know, Spencer. Nothing after a half inning. Imagine that. So no outs then. As Zim Zim, who had a kid? Was it Jung-Hoo Lee? And by the way, Spencer, thanks for putting the Discord link in the chat. That is much appreciated. As no, happy birthday to Dwayne Kuiper as well. It's his birthday. Haron says it is criminal that Atlanta's ballpark does not have a roof. What a bunch of chumps. I know, they just didn't want to get swept by the 2026 Giants, so they knocked it down in the 70s. No, I'm only joking. In that heat, I'm surprised it doesn't have a roof, because sometimes it's going to need to be air conditioned. As Zimzim says, 24/7 49ers sports thing. That guy had a kid. Yes. I saw that on X. Yes, he did, and there was a baby girl. So congratulations on a baby girl to him. I know, Spencer, 0 for 1 already with a runner in scoring position. That's good for the Giants, though. As we go to the bottom of the first, Landen Roupp then will be pitching for the first time after his controversial outing when he wrote something on the Pride hat, which I think it was made a massive deal. I was seeing today some national guy in America was saying, if you get fined, he'll pay the fines for you if you just wear the normal hat. So it's spread nationally. As Insane says, Lee had some bad swings. He did. Unlike Jung Hoo Lee, that. Landen Roupp then is 5-7 with a 4.24 ERA. In 74 innings, he's got 32 walks and 82 strikeouts, and just the 4 home runs allowed. As I can tell, my game broadcast today is quite far behind, so apologies for that. As the 0-1 pitch is a called strike to Hicks. Hicks playing being the Miami Marlins first baseman today. He does play catcher as well, but Liam Hicks takes wide and it's 1-1. Zim Zim says, I'm mad at him for just not just the Bible verse, but how he carried himself in the interviews after. I know. I just think all of that stuff should stay out of baseball. But we do live in a real world. So it's 1-2 here to Hicks. By the way, Zim Zim, you said you had to go at 5. So when is that? That's 1 o'clock over here. As Wilson said, I should have bet on the Yankees against the Reds. They is so bad. What has happened to the Reds? When we went to Cincinnati, they were on fire, but ever since they have not been. As it's 1-2 here, 2 hits. Yeah, 40 minutes. Thanks, Spencer. As that pitch is outside and it's 2-2. Zim Zim, we're not quite ready for Bull City. Uh, it was Bull City in the top of the first, but no walks yet for Landen Roupp. Although we do expect there to be some walks because he can be a bit wild. As the 2-2 pitch here to Hicks is a weak ground ball up the middle. Who's going to get it? Chapman decides to get it in front of Adamas. He flies over to first for out number 1. So 1 down. Insane. Root's really weird. Sometimes he'll have great command, and then the next batter he'll just be all over the place. So that is weird. Zim Zim, are you driving down to the game? So I assume you've not had any beers today. As here's Casey. It's Owen Casey, and he takes a called strike on the outside corner with the curveball, and it's 0-1. Insane says, I thought for sure Chapman and Adamas were going to collide on that play. No, Insane, they're the best defenders in the league, right? They were never going to collide, as it's 1-1 here to Casey. Wilson says, I think the Reds have no talent. Besides Ellie, it's bad. They do have a lot of injuries to their pitching staff, but besides Burns, it's not great. As the 1-1 pitch is outside and it's 2-1, sorry. Wilson, I agree. What happened to Green, Hunter Green? He's a good talent. As the 2-1 pitch here to Casey is crushed to centre field. That ball's carrying. That ball is gonna leave the yard, and it's 1-0 already as Owen Casey hits a home run. That is not what we like to see here because when the Giants start losing, it feels bad. So 1-0 to the Marlins. Now, solo home runs won't kill you, but if you start giving up a few of them, they will. As Landen Roupp then has now given up 5 home runs on the year. That was looked like a cutter there. Let me see. It was it was a cutter kind of on the inside corner, but Casey there drove it to center field. He put a good swing on that one, so it's 1-0 Miami. As Zimzum says, it was a piss missile. So not a good start then. As it's 0-1 here to Hernandez. Hernandez batting 230 will take outside, and it's 1-1. Zim Zim says, listen to Mike Kruko on KMBR and his piece about the whole thing. It kind of understands your point of view. All right, Zim Zim, I will listen to that. As there's a drive to centre field, Gilbert going back on the warning track will make the catch. So a loud second out there. Well, not great so far by Landen Roupp. As that'll bring up Kyle Stowers who I do have in fantasy. So if any Marlins going to do anything, then I want it to be Kyle Stowers. As Wilson says, Green had his first restart start today, actually. Well, the Reds need him back, but I don't like Cincinnati. So I hope it gets delayed. As the 0 pitch is a weak ground ball to Bryce Eldridge. Bryce Eldridge will scoop it, go over to first himself for out number 3. So the Marlins, though, do take the lead thanks to the Owen Casey home run. We go to the top of the second, and it is 1-0 Miami. Not the start Landen Roupp would have wanted. Let's hope he can settle in. And let's hope the Giants can respond straight away. As Willie Adames, Casey Schmidt, and Drew Gilbert will be up. Let's see. Willie Adames, 2 home runs in his last 2 games. Let's hope he is starting to get hot. As what's up, Scott? Yes, you did miss a solo shot. Zim Zim confirmed that. How you doing, Scott? Your Phillies then are playing now as well against the New York Mets. Hopefully they can bounce back after last night's game. Appreciate everyone who joined that stream and the Eugene Emeralds stream. I tell you what, guys, I turned it off, and then in one of the innings after, Dakota Jordan and Johnny Level both hit a home run. But oh well. I was so tired last night, but it was fun streaming the 3 innings, and Gavin Keelan had a home run. As Insane says, what happened? I left for 2 minutes. Yeah, Owen Casey with a solo home run to centre field. We can live with solo home runs, but not multiple. As Wilson says, Willie Adames auto out might as well start with 1 out. Should I? Should I, Wilson? Should I just put 1 out? Yeah, 1 out then. No, I'm only joking. No outs here to Willie Adames. Ah, yes, Bob. The Phillies are off today. Yes, they are. They play tomorrow at this time because of the World Cup game. Yes, Scott. Scott and Bob's. Thank you for confirming that. Yeah, Brazil, Haiti at the link. I know what you meant, Scott. Bob's spelling, by the way, is very good today. As Insane says, as Insane says, this team can't make me mad today. At least after that USA win. USA were dominant in that first half. I didn't watch the second half, as the 1-1 pitch to Adames is fouled out of play, and it's 1-2. But they were dominant. As a Zim Zim's asking, Bob, when's your birthday? As Scott says, I figured I didn't want Zim Zim berating me, lol. Zim Zim pulled a Bob earlier to me when we were messaging earlier as well. But we don't want to attack Bob, so it's 1-2 here to Willie Adames. Bachar still in the game. He's in the windup. He fires. There's a line drive up the middle for a base hit. So a lead-off single for Willie Adames. As a Bob, I think you may have messaged that knowing that, but if you didn't, you did call it. So fair enough. And Wilson, well, remember when we talk bad about a player, they seem to go and get a hit. So Adames then with the lead-off single, that'll bring up Casey Schmidt, who it's a guaranteed swing and a foul ball or a miss at the first pitch. As Schmidt is batting 283 with a 313 home run, 313 batting average, sorry. As he swings and misses at the curveball there, as I said he would, and it's 0-1. Is this Lake Bakar guy any good? Insane. I can tell you his record. He's 0-0 with a 2.9 ERA in 40 innings. So I'm thinking he's pretty good. As Schmidt fouls that pitch off. That one barely got by Schmidt. It was about 2 feet behind him after that swing. So 1-0. Can Casey get on base? As he's going to need a little bit of time after that pitch did come off of him. So that was Willie Adames' 1,000th career hit, by the way. Shotty McTominay, your defense is terrified. By the way, Ethan, welcome. As he says, don't get me started with the Cardinals game last night. Was it not 14-7, 14-6 if I remember. That was not good. By the way, yes, you saw I sent you the graphic, the Ball City graphic for the Cardinals bullpen as the 1-2 pitch here to Casey Schmidt is in the dirt and it's 2-2 as there is a pickoff attempt there, but Adamas is back safely. 14-6. Yeah. Uh, you may have been right about your bullpen, Ethan, as the Cardinals game here is in a little bit. I think it's in 50 minutes. So welcome, Ethan. As I always appreciate you being here. Yeah, Spencer, two touchdowns and two field goals. Zim Zim, we cannot put Bob in a timeout as he says his birthday is 8th of February 2000. He did say that last night as well, Zim Zim. So unless he's great at remembering things, I think he may be telling the truth. As Schmidt hits a high drive to right field, that ball's carrying, that ball is gonna be foul. Wow. Good swing there by Schmidt, but it was just foul. It will remain 2-2. As that was a fastball right down the middle. I know, insane. I thought that was gonna I don't think it would have got out, but I thought that could have been a double as Schmidt makes a long trot back to home plate. Zimzum says, PSA, if Bob doesn't learn to spell, I'm putting him in timeout. He has 3 strikes. Zimzum, I'll put you in timeout if you put Bob in timeout. You understand? No, I'm only joking, but Bob's fine. As the 2-2 pitch is not going to happen because there's a pickoff attempt. Adams again is back safely. And that I believe is 2 pickoff attempts. So if he does it again and does not get Willie Adamas out, that will be a balk and Adamas will go to second base. As Ethan says, as the 2-2 pitch here to Casey Schmidt is a drive to left field. That one's going to get down for a base hit, and it's going to be runners at first and second here for the Giants, who are looking to respond here after the Owen Casey solo home run. Ethan says, I was watching last night when you said that I was going to pop in when they scored a couple. I literally said, I can't. My dad locked my phone, but it was bad. I know, Ethan. That was not good for the Cardinals. Hopefully they do a lot better. As Zimzim says, your stream is remarkably close to ours. As the Gilbert goes to button there, he pops it out of play foul. And it's owned one. Yep, Zimzim, a pop-up bunt. I always think the first inning it seems to start quite far behind, but then it seems to catch up the stream. Yeah, Spencer, we have something going. I like the idea to bunt. You just got to execute it. So come on, Chili Goober, as Spencer says, learn how to bunt. But Ethan, who's going for the Cardinals today, or do you not know? And you want me to check? As the 0-1 pitch here to Drew Gilbert is a bunt. That's down the third baseline, and no one's going to get that ball. That ball is in no man's land, and the bases are going to be loaded here with no outs. As Gilbert there with the perfect bunt, that was absolutely in no man's land. As well. Did anyone want to get that ball? The third baseman, instead of going to get it, he thought the pitcher was going to get it, so he retreated to third base. The pitcher could not get it, and instead, it's going to be bases loaded as Gilbert then reaches on the bunt single. And Suzak then with the opportunity to knock in at least one run here, if not a few, as he throws high. By the way, Zimzim, I did see you sent me something. At the end of the inning, I will have a look, but cannot go now. As Ethan says, the bullpen is horrible, but we did call someone up. Michael McGreevy. All right, his ass. Okay. Our ace is there's a drive to left field. That ball's carrying. That ball's carrying. That ball is going to be caught on the warning track in left field. That is going to score a run as Willie Adamas slides in. Oh, I thought it was a grand slam. Damn it. I did. I was getting excited there. So it's going to be 1-1. I thought Susak then just hit a grand slam. I was getting very excited. Instead, a great at bat though. That would have been his first career home run, as that was some sort of cutter or slider right over the middle of the plate. And instead, it was a good play out there by the left fielder for the Marlins, Stowers, who threw it over to third. So the runners did not advance. As McCarr's day is done, we're going to get a pitching change here. And if I believe it should be Max Meyer, although I can't confirm that for you. Let's have a look. We'll see who the Marlins bring in here. So a rise then, and the top of the Giants lineup will come up with one out. Wilson, I need a Grand Slam graphic. I do need a Grand Slam graphic because the Giants are Slam Francisco. That's what they've been calling them. I mean, I don't like that phrase, but I could have a Slam Francisco graphic. As Zimson says, buy pitcher, a graphic that says Grand Salami. Shall I get loads of salami all over the graphic? As Insane says, of course Gabe Kapler brought in an opener. You know, you know. Scott says, nice win today for USA. Looking at the men's world soccer rankings, it seems like USA has a relatively pedestrian group this tournament. Yeah, I agree with that, Scott. Your real test will be Turkey. I rate Turkey a lot. I can't believe they lost to Australia. But if you beat Turkey, then I'm interested in the USA as potential quarter finalists at this World Cup. As Bob says, did we still play the game? Uh, I do not know what you mean, Bob, but we're still playing the game. As Ethan says, what do I think about the Cubs game today as they won 16-2? Ethan, I hate it. I hate it because Kevin Gausman's my favorite pitcher, and he gave up a grand slam in the top at the bottom of the first, and 6 runs in the bottom of the first. So I hated it. I don't want to see Kevin Gausman struggle. I love Kevin Gausman, so that sucked. And I'm not a big Cubs fan either, and especially Dansby Swanson. There's something about that dude that I just hate. As here's a rise. A rise will take a strike. It won't be Max Meyer. It'll be King. John King. John King is got a 2.32 ERA in 33 games. So another good arm out the Miami bullpen. As Scott says, we win the group if Turkey loses or ties next game. Absolutely. And Zim Zim's gonna be there. As there's a ground ball, this one should be 2 and is 2 as Luis Arias hits into a 4-6-3 double play. So we get 1 run on the Suzak sack fly, but that's all we can get. Yes, Bob, it's 1-1 as we go to the bottom of the second. Scott calls Zim Zim the grammar Nazi. Yeah, you're absolutely spot on there. So we go to the bottom of the second. What did you think, Ethan, about the game? Oh, you said it was 7, not 6. See, I stopped watching after it was 6. But it was 7. Wow. Not good for Gaursman. He hates the Cubs as well because you like the Cardinals. Makes sense, Ethan. Yeah, I do. I don't like the Cubs. Zimzim says Bob is a random word generator. You think he just hits buttons and one time it is correct, but apart from that, it's not. As Insane says, "Are you kidding me, Arise?" You know that was one of the reasons I was anti the Arise signing because he hits into a lot of double plays because of his contact. He's proved me wrong, but he is going to do that every now and then. You got to live with that if he's always going to put the ball in play, and with his speed, that's going to happen. As Bob says, USA win the group tonight at Paraguay. Yes, Bob, that is correct. If Paraguay and Turkey draw, it mathematically doesn't mean you do because if Australia beat Paraguay in the final game 5 or 6-0, then and you lose to Turkey, then Australia could be top. But I would say no. If they don't win today, Turkey, then it's looking like you guys are topping the group. Though even if Turkey win, you guys are probably still topping the group on goal difference because you beat Paraguay 4-1, right? Ethan says, Zim Zim, be quiet. You're so annoying. Do you hear that, Zim Zim? As Zim Zim says he's putting him in a quick timeout for a 26-year-old. This is a punishable offence. Zim Zim, please don't put Bob in a timeout. I like his comments. But Insane even finds it funny. Come on, Zim Zim. Don't discriminate. Maybe he's dyslexic. As Otto Lopez, then the former Giant, fouls that pitch off, and it's 1-1. Yeah, Ethan, let's have a look. Who's going for the Cardinals today against the Royals? It's going to be McGreevy, your ace, as you said, against Seth Lugo for the Royals. As is Bobby Witt playing today for the Cardinals? No, Bobby Witt Jr. So as you said, Ethan, last night he left the game due to injury. As a 2-1 pitch here to Otto Lopez is a called strike. He thought about challenging that, but he did not. So we'll see, Ethan. Hopefully, you guys get the win. As Scott says, giving Zimzim moderator status was a massive mistake, Liam. Scott probably was, but he wanted it. If he does mess around, then I will take that off of him as there's a strikeout. But I trust Zimzim for now. We run a trust first here policy, but that does not mean you can exploit the channel. As Zimzim sends a broken heart to Scott. Ethan says, I'll put Zimzim in timeout faster than the Cardinals blow a game. Don't test me. Zimzim. Ethan's coming for you. Scott says, you hear Zimzim. Liam has the power. Don't abuse it. Zimzim, I know you're just messing around. I trust you. I trust you. But if you do something, then I'll move that to Scott. As if Scott, if you want to be a moderator as well, just say and I can make you a moderator. As it's 0-2 here. I'm not making everyone the moderator, but you guys are the OG. So of course you guys can be. So 0-2 here to Marcy, the centre fielder, as Roupp fires a curveball outside there, and it's 1-2. Scott says that's all right. I don't need that responsibility. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. As Marcy was one of the players acquired as he hits a high pop up down the third base line and out of play, and it will remain 1-2. Was one of the people required to I've lost my words there. I was reading the chat. Marcy was traded from the Padres to the Marlins in the Luis Arraez trade. That's what I'm trying to say. Ethan, if you show up consistently, you can be a moderator. But if you show up consistently. Insane, that's all fine. As there's a line drive to right field, that's going to be a base hit as it gets past the reaching Eldridge. So Marcy then with a single to right field. Bob, why does he hate you? I do not know. I think he was had a few drinks last night and they still must they must be in his system still. As Zimzim says, I don't, I'm messing around. You guys are just having some banter there. Although I don't think Zimzim's messing around when he says you're 26 and he doesn't think you are. As it's 1-0 here. Ethan, if you show up for a week, you can have it. All right. As Spencer says, I don't have a problem with Bob. So 1-0 here to Connor Norby. Connor Norby then fouls that pitch out of play and it's 1-1. So 1-1 here. Roupp gave up the solo home run. As Bob says, no, he's not dyslexic. As there's a swing and a miss over a curveball, and it's 1-2. As Insane says, Bob is probably Robert Rothberg's dad. Don't make fun of him, lol. Ethan says 1 week starting today. 5 more days, Ethan. And Ju says, and Bob's your uncle. Yes. Zim, I can't believe you're 26 and spelling like that without dyslexia. I just cannot believe that. Insane. Holy crap, I pulled a Bob. I put a Rothberg twice. Yeah, but Insane, I know what you mean. Sometimes, Bob, it's a bit confusing. As Zimzum says, it's all good. So 1-2 then to Connor Norby. As the runner goes, Suzak, it was the high pitch, but Suzak doesn't throw. And that's going to be a stolen base for Marcy. Well, Suzak, it looked like a good pitch to a try and throw on there because it was a fastball above the zone. It didn't though. Palindrome, Juice says. So 2-2 then to Connor Norby as that pitch is down and outside and it's a full count. I think Bob just I don't know what's wrong with Bob sometimes, but we like Bob. As a 3-2 pitch is swung and a miss by Connor Norby, and that'll be a strikeout for Logan Webb and two down here. As Zimson says, once in a while is fine, but every single time, or damn near that, is shocking. Talking about insane, where there was the odd spelling mistake. Everyone's going to have spelling mistakes. As Zimzum says, a 26-year-old should be tech savvy. Zimzum, what happens if he grew up in the woods in a tribe in Malaysia or the Philippines? As there's the ground ball to Luis Ariz. Ariz will fire it over to Eldridge to end the inning. And we go to the top of the third. Landen Roupp uh, gets a clean inning there, although he did give up a base hit. Bob says, I have dyspraxia. You never heard of it. I've never heard of that. But that's why we don't judge people, Bob. I think Zim though, I think because of his age, he loves to have a lot of fun. As now Insane's actually questioning Bob's age. Were you all questioning questioning Bob's age? As a Zimzum says, it makes sense. Exactly, Zimzum. Now you're gonna stop. But Ethan, you're in high school. When's your summer break, Ethan? When is it over there in the US? Because we still got a long, long time before summer break over here. Zimzim, you don't have to give me your exact age. Just want to know if you are young or old or in between. That's whether Bob wants to say that or not. Yeah, Zimzim, we know you have your conspiracy theories. So Bryce Eldridge will lead off the inning for the Giants, and that will be followed by Matt Chapman and Rafi Devers. But Ethan, yeah, on that mod thing, if you show up every day and I can trust you, although there may not be a stream tomorrow, we'll see. I'll either do a World Cup game or a late game, probably a late baseball game, because I'll be doing a World Cup game on Monday. But I can't do the Giants game tomorrow. As Zim Zim, okay, that's a little far. As here's Bryce Eldridge facing King. It's a lefty on lefty matchup here. As Eldridge takes it low and it's 1-0. It'll be interesting to see with Eldridge because Aaron Judge, because of how tall he is, gets a ton of strikes or a ton of balls called strikes. We'll see if it's the same for Eldridge. As it's 2-0 here to Bryce Eldridge, the Giants' 21-year-old rookie sensation. Bob, can I do the Dodgers game? Are you secretly a Dodgers fan? As the 2-0 pitch to Bryce Eldridge is a cool strike at the bottom of the zone. If the Dodgers are playing someone crap, then no, because I don't just want to have a guaranteed Dodgers win. It is the Orioles. It is Yamamoto against Rogers, but Zim Zim doesn't want a, Dodgers game. As Eldridge fouls that pitch off, and it's 2-2. Zim Zim, no, he's not. He's in here for all the Giant streams. I don't think he's a Dodgers fan, but it is suspicious, guys. It is suspicious. As a 2-2 pitch here to Bryce Eldridge is a swing and a miss at a changeup, and Bryce Eldridge goes down for the second time today. That will be the first out. No, Zim Zim. No, he's not a Dodgers fan, but it is suspicious. But he is in here for all the streams, so we're not going to time him out. Insane says he might have to put you in a timeout now. No, no, all baseball fans are welcome, but if you are a Dodgers fan, you will get a little bit more stick. As own one here to Matt Chapman. As Zim Zim says, bye Bob, 5 minutes. Don't care, he's a Dodgers fan. As it's 1-on-1 here to Chapman. The bullpen's getting ready in Miami. Insane says, don't actually do it. I was joking, lol. I hope Zim Zim's joking as well. As Zim Zim says, suspicious bum. Okay. As the 1-2 pitch is a close pitch outside. Chapman, did he check his swing? He did, and it'll be 2-2. As 2-2 pitch to Matt Chapman is a drive to left field. That ball's carrying. That ball's carrying. That ball is going to be caught on the warning track by Stowers again. What is going on here? 2 home runs almost gone to left field. What a joke. Again, I thought that one was a home run as well. What's going on out there? As Juice says, Dodgers fans have better things to do than troll a craptastic team that's hardly a rival over the past decade. Yet the Padres are now their biggest rival. Yeah, Scott, exactly. The Dodgers definitely have. As Devers takes inside and it's 1-1. Zim Zim hates Kyle Stowers. I mean, I think Matt Chapman does as well. And Suzak. As the 1-1 pitch to Devers is in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. I haven't seen Bob message in a while. So Zimzin, did you actually put him in a timeout? As the 1-2 pitch to Devers is in the dirt, and it's 2-2. Zimzin, why is he going to swing at that pitch? It was in the dirt. I mean, if you mean the third pitch, then yeah. But that pitch, no, that was in the dirt. As there's 6 minutes added in the Scotland game. I saw someone say Dykes should have scored, but I assume it's still 1-0 to Morocco. As Devers does swing the bat, and he's going to get a 2-out base hit to left field. As Spencer says, he did. As also, I'm interested to see the Brazil team news as well. Because I'm interested. Our here we go. Yeah, no Igor Thiago for Team Brazil. So no Brentford player then. Well, that's a shame. I was hoping there'd be a Brentford player in the lineup, but there is not. As here is Jung-Hoo Lee. Jung-Hoo Lee's ahead 1-0. As the 1-0 here pitch to Jung-Hoo Lee is a called strike. Lee's going to challenge it, and at first it looked like a ball on the broadcast, but I think that one did catch the top of the zone, and the Giants are going to lose the challenge. As Zimzim says, he ate Philly cheesesteaks. Yeah, it was the flight from Boston to San Francisco. He had too much food. Although Insane did say a serious question. He probably loves food in the off season. And now he hasn't got Boston fans yelling at him. He probably he probably is like, oh, I don't have to be as skinny as I was in Boston. As Zimzim says, he shoves fries down his throat. As there's a ground ball up the middle. That's going to be a base hit for Jung-Hoo Lee. Devers is going to be an aggressive base runner and get to third base. I was going to say Devers is going to be a twat, Because why he tried to go to third there, I do not know, but it did work out. So the Giants, they've had a lot of scoring opportunities. They've at least had two runners on in every inning, but they've only scored one run for an offense that is heating up since mid-May and since Bryce Eldridge has been called up. Really, Insane says maybe the food in San Francisco, as we're going to get a pitching change here for the Marlins. He says the food in San Francisco is a lot better than Boston. Yeah, he's a big seafood fan. Insane. So Jung Hoo Lee then with another base hit. Willie Adames, your guy's favorite player. As Bob says, somebody did time you out. Bob, Zim Zim timed you out. Did he really? Zim Zim, you got a 5-minute moderator ban for timing out Bob. That's how it goes. We don't time out our guests unless they are rude. And Bob was not rude. I know, Scott. I know you've been calling it. Zim Zim, you gotta wait 5 minutes and then you can have it back. As Wilson says, oof. Zim Zim, you have to go in 3 minutes as well. Now you gotta keep commenting for 5 minutes. Zim Zim. He's in the stream and he's not abusive. Only abusive people get banned. Every baseball fan is welcome here. As Scott says, the guy's out of control. Spence says you need to stop. Um, Insane says try the new devastating, like what you did there, meal at McDonald's. I'm loving it. He's loving it. I think his stomach's loving it the most. I like that pun. As Wilson, yeah, I just saw your comment. Juice, living rent free in your head. Zim Zim, we can't be banning people or timing them out. Yeah, Scott, it's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. I bet Wilson probably knows. As this is a baseball stream. It's not a moderator stream. As Adamus will take inside, and it's 1-0. Zim Zim, I will bring you back if you're patient. Insane says he's not putting anyone in timeout. Yeah, we don't really want to put people in timeout. I just give you guys moderator as the 1-0 pitch to Adamus is way outside, and there's going to be a stolen base there for Jung Hoo Lee. So Jung Hoo Lee uses his speed for once, and there'll be no throw over and an easy stolen base. As Zim Zim now, he's turned around now. As it's 2-1 here to Willie Adamas. As Adamas fouls that pitch off, and it's 2-2. By the way, if we keep arguing about the mods, then I'll just take mods away from everyone. As Morocco won, because the chat doesn't really need moderating right now. It's more just to show my appreciation for all you guys who show up regularly and your support. As Wilson, you said Scotland with a stinker. I mean, yeah, Morocco are a good team though. As a 2-2 pitch here to Adamas is a ground ball. That's going to be a tough play. That is going to be thrown over to first though, and Hicks will make the catch. I thought that was going to be a tough play there for Otto Lopez at shortstop, but it was the third baseman in the end that made the play. Giants, they threaten again, but they cannot score. And we go to the bottom of the third. And it is still 1-1. Juice, I love your comments, man. you don't you're not a, spammer, but, every now and then you just hit a quality comment. As you say, dollar menu, no, the Devers menu, one of everything except salads, fruits, and yogurts. One of everything. I mean, I think it's two of everything. If you get a hamburger, you get two hamburgers. If you get one fries, you get two fries. There is no small. It's just large only as well. As Insane says, Adamas with a 120-mile-an-hour line out. Any team would be lucky to have him. Love the comments, Insane. 1 for 4 with runner in scoring position. Now that's fine if you just keep getting the runs in scoring position. 4 at bats through 3 innings. That's not too bad. What's sleep at this series? Bob, I don't know what you mean. We need to sweep this series. Yeah, we need to sweep about 5 series in a row here. Wouldn't that be something if this team just won 20 in a row? So, as Insane says, ever wanted to order something off the dollar menu, but combine it with the Dever stating meal, you get the whole damn dollar menu. Honestly, you guys are having a ton of fun about Rafi Devers. As Zim Zim, yeah, but you're still attacking Bob. As Reap then, Reap fires a strike there, a sinker on the inside corner to Sanha. I don't know how to pronounce this. Sanoa. It looked like sand. Well, it's Sanoa. As Sanoa hits a drive to left field, Schmidt running over is going to make the catch in foul territory for out number one. Zim Zim, you literally just said hurts my eyes. Spencer says won't happen in a million years, 20 in a row. So, Schmidt then with a nice play there. Zim Zim, if I give you moderator back, if you ban anyone, I will take it away from you permanently. As there's a called strike. Um, I don't want the whole show to become just about the moderator. This is a baseball show, and really the chat doesn't need this many moderators. So Zim Zim, you if I give it to you, if you ban anyone again, then we will remove it. As Scott says, with power comes great responsibility. As it's 1-1, 0-2, sorry, to Liam Hicks. I mean, the channel is growing slowly, but it's not that big a channel yet. So the chat is a pretty good chat. You guys, you have the odd silly comment and you like to joke around, but there's no one at all that needs timed out or banned. So it's 1-2 here to Casey Schmidt, as that pitch is high and it's 2-2. Roop got ahead 0-2, but it's even now. See Zim Zim, you're still attacking him. As there's a drive to right field. If it's fair, that could be a double. It is going to be a foul ball to Jung-Hoo Lee in right field, and it will remain 2-2. As the UK guys today is hit a bit of a heat wave. I'm sweating a little bit today. These houses are not built for the heat. As there's a drive to right field. Lee going back. Lee on the warning track will have enough room. As we've hit a few to the warning track. How about we catch a few that are on the warning track? So 2 outs then. A lot of loud contact off Landen Roupp so far. As Zim Zim say, you always say it's a joke, Zim Zim, but you always question it after you say it's a joke. So here's Owen Casey, who hit a solo home run in the first inning. Yeah, Scott, we could not deal with mid-90s, as it's 1-0. These houses are built for 40 to 30 degrees, not above 90 degrees. as the 1-0 pitch is swung and a miss. A good change up there by Roop on the outside corner, and it's 1-1. By the way, I don't know if any of you guys saw, but there was a devastating crash today in near where I live, with two trains colliding into each other. And at least one has died. I don't know if that's been updated. As there's a bunt attempt by Casey. Suzak's going to field it, throw it over to Bryce Eldridge. They say he's safe. He looked out to me if Eldridge kept his foot on the bag. We'll see if the Giants challenge. I thought he was out. It looked out to me. Bryce Eldridge's foot must have been off the bag, or I'm just an idiot. Zim Zim, if you stop attacking Bob, then yes. Let's just see the replay here. Oh, no, he just beat it out. He beat it out by a mile. So, no Zim Zim. But if you acknowledge what I said, as well, if you block anyone or time that again, I will not give you another opportunity. As Hernandez hits a drive to left field, that one's going to get to the wall as that's off the Cedar Gold Group billboard. That's going to be a double as Casey will stay at third. Be runs at second and third here as that hit ball was hit so hard by Hernandez, it gave no time for the run to be scored. As Scott says, you don't think American media is covering that train collision. And Zimson says the Bedford train crash. Yes, that I saw Fox News put it out on Twitter then about that's not good. And I've been on those trains. I've been on those exact trains. I've done the exact route many times that train did because one of the trains comes from 5 minutes away from where I live, and the other train that collided goes from the university. When I'm at university, it's from Nottingham, so not good. As that pitch is low to Kyle Stowers. Kyle Stowers is their big threat, and he's having a good game here. As Insane says, Roop, what was that? As the 1-0 pitch is a dry ball, a foul ball out of play, and it's 1-1. Don't throw anything down the middle of the plate to Kyle Stowers. I rate this dude a lot. As there's a close pitch, a sinker outside. It's a 2-1 here. As Stowers, he hits a sharp ground ball down the first baseline. As Zim Zim, was that you spamming me the emotes there? As it's 2-2 here to Kyle Stowers. Roop looking to get through 3 innings here as that sinker is high and it'll be a full count. You do not have to give in. As the 3-2 pitch is a swing and a miss by Kyle Stowers. Big strikeout there for Landen Roupp. We go to the top of the 4th. It's 1-1. That was a good sinker. So we go to the top of the 4th and 1-1. Both teams could have blown this game a little bit more open. They both had opportunities, but it's even. I don't want it to get to a battle of the Giants bullpen though. I mean, the Marlins bullpen's pitching this game. They're going with a bullpen game. But we do not want it to get to a battle of the bullpens. By Zim Zim, by the way, you do have moderator again. But this is the final time I'm saying this. If someone says they've been timed out and I don't agree with it, then we will remove that from you, Zim Zim, permanently. So it's not to mess around with. We're trying to grow the channel, Zim Zim. I thought that's what you said was you really want to help with. And I know you're joking, but don't actually ban people because that won't help grow the channel. So 1-1. Let's hope the Giants can score as Casey Schmidt, Gilbert, and Suzak will be up. Zim Zim, I don't believe you. I trust Spencer. 1-1 then. Suzak had the RBI sack fly, and Casey had the solo home run in the top of the first. That's how this game is 1-1 as Zim Zim. Wow, you don't trust me. Zim Zim, it's not I don't trust you. It's just Spencer's a good guy. Spencer's like the OG. Spencer's been in it like the longest out of anyone, and we know each other from the Giants Sports Talk Live. We've known each other for years, so I trust Spencer. As it's 0-1 here to Casey Schmidt as he swung at the first pitch again, like he always does. It's unbelievable. As he swings at the second pitch as well and hits a high fly ball to centre field. Who's going to make the catch? Is it going to be Macy? He does, and that's out number one. Um, Wilson's a mod as well. Now I know I can definitely trust Wilson because he's a mod on the Sports Fury, and he's been a mod for years, so I can definitely trust Wilson. Um, we may have another mod as well. I can't remember. As the arrow pitch to Gilbert is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Gilbert is 1 for 1. He had a infield hit on the bunt single. Gilbert, I like to see a few more home runs from the Chili Goober as he takes it low, and it's 1-1. Yeah, Scott. My issue with it is like teams and pitchers um are not are not going to throw you a good pitch to hit on the first pitch if they know you're an aggressive swinger. That's why it annoys me as it's 1-2 here to Gilbert. It's like one, you're always going to have a low on base percentage if you swing at the first pitch because it's always going to be a strike if you don't get a hit. And yeah, I think pitchers are too good and they'll realize that and get you to chase. As Zim Zim says, you're the only one that's not trusted. Well, Zim Zim, you do have moderator, so I wouldn't say you're not trusted. As it's 2-2 here to Drew Gilbert. When Zim Zim, when do you have to go for the Turkey game? Because you could see USA top the group if Turkey don't win. As Gilbert hits another weak ground ball, the first base is going to flip it over to the pitcher, Bender, and that's going to be out number two. Nice defensive play there by Hicks for the second out. Zim Zim's leaving now. Well, Zim Zim, as I said, enjoy the game with your mum. You're going with your girlfriend Zim Zim. You're not driving, so you can have a few beers. Have fun and leave Bob alone, please. Otherwise, you will no longer be a moderator. As the 0 pitch to Suzak is inside and it's 1-0. Scott, I know we talked about this earlier. As by the way, I just want to get to this earlier message. You did say, Scott, if they're looking for a pitch in a spot in a particular spot, then they can swing first pitch. I agree. It just is annoying. As Susak hits a high fly ball to right field, that is going to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It is 1-1 still. So the Giants offense did nothing that inning for the first time today. As Scott says, I believe a tie or a loss from Turkey will have USA winning the group. And that Insane backs that up. But I think you guys, I think that's slightly wrong. because Australia are on 3 points and USA are on 6. If USA lose to Turkey and Australia beat Paraguay, then Australia will be on 6 points. And if Australia win 6-0 against Paraguay, then Australia would be top. But because Australia aren't going to win 6-0, basically you guys are top, just not mathematically confirmed. But that's what that's on. As Zimzim says, he'll listen on the drive. All right, Zimzim, appreciate that. As Scott says, got got my your spelling has been crap today. Totally embarrassing. No, Scott, that's fine. Zimzim, is it head to head first? I don't know. I thought it was goal difference, but it might be head to head. So if it is head to head, then you guys are right. As Bob actually see Zimzim, Bob's left you with a nice comment. Have fun at the game. See Zimzim, you're having a go at Bob. No more goes at Bob. As a Roop then, let's see if Roop can get through Lopez, Marcy, and Norby. As yeah, if you could all smash the like button, that would be much appreciated. Scott says Bob is a gent. Yeah, I like Bob. I like his contributions. Insane's having fun. As there's a strike called a ball, and the Giants won't challenge to Otto Lopez, and it'll be 1-0. This is turned from a baseball watch along to the Zim Zim Bob Spencer Scott and Insane show. As there's a cool strike, and it's 1-1. Um, you know what though, you guys entertaining me because of your banter going back and forth, but I hope it is only banter. Um, as that pitch is outside and it's 2-1. I'd hate to see Zimzim what you're like to Bob in real life if you ever met. As 2-1 pitch to Otto Lopez. Otto Lopez has been fantastic, as most Giants fans will know. And it's 3-1. Let me get Otto Lopez's season stats up. He's batting 334 with 5 home runs and 32 RBIs. As there's another hit for Otto Lopez, so you can increase that batting average as he hits a single up the middle to we'll see what that increases his batting average to. But it's a battle between him, Edwards, the second baseman for the Marlins, Jung Hoo Lee, Luisa Rise for the highest batting average in the NL. Zim Zim says, is just a keyboard warrior. He would never say this stuff to his face. As Zim Zim says, he donated 25,000 to them this year. As his own one here. St. Jude's, is that a charity, Zim Zim? As the A1 pitch to Hicks is a Marcy, sorry, is a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Zim Zim, you have 25 grand to give away. I know your guys' wages in America are a lot higher than over here in the UK, but 25,000 is a lot of money to me. I mean, that's just that's only 10,000 below the average wage over here in the UK. As the 0-2 pitch is high, and it's 1-2. Insane. When I come over to America, I'll arrange it, and we can do a Bob the Zim Zim video. As the 1-2 pitch to Marcy by Roop is a swing and a miss, and a change up in the dirt. And Marcy goes down. That's the 4th strikeout for Roop. And there's 1 out here, as I forgot to change how many outs there were. So 1 out. As the Zibs says, yeah, I don't think I'm gay, lol. I mean, you do have a wife, so I would assume you're not. Insane. I love that idea. I'd pay good money, set up an OnlyFans, and do the giant celebration, and see how many people would pay for it. So 0-1 to Connor Norby. Connor Norby, I believe, came from the Baltimore Orioles with Kyle Stowers. They definitely traded for him. I can't confirm it's the Orioles. If you guys know, let me know. As there's a pickoff attempt, and it's 1-1. 0-1, sorry. Bob, who is up for the Giants next inning? Up for the Giants in the next inning will be, let me see. It will be the top of the order. It'll be Arise, Eldridge, and Chapman. As it's 1-1 here to Connor Norby. Roop is at 60 pitches so far. As Zim Zim says, set up an OnlyFans as that ball's foul. Words I never thought I'd hear Liam say. Well, when I'm talking 3 hours a day, there may be a few things you never hear me say. But if I ever get mad, that's when the bad words may come out. As Scott says, Liam, kids coming out of school working for big tech in Silicon Valley have starting salaries in six figures. It's totally disconnected from reality. Scott, that's crazy. As there's a swing and a foul tip, and Connor Norby is going to be down on strikeouts as Lopez steals second base. So there was no throw by Suzak as he just made sure he held onto the ball. And I think that is more important. Definitely get the out. Yep, Scott. Over here, um, that kind of salary is like a dreamland. Um, I would take anything over 50,000. Like, you know, as I get older, you want to earn more. But for the next 10 years, if I was making 50,000 a year, that's um that's fine as long as I was in a job that I don't mind. I know, Zim Zim, you said you work your way you work your way quickly up. As Zim Zim says, yeah, that's going to Stanford as well. That's what that will do for you. As the 1-0 pitch is a close pitch, called low, and it's 2-0. So Zim Zim, if you actually were going to donate $500, then that's crazy to me. But maybe that's not to you because if you make seven figures, that is at 23 years old. Congratulations, Zim Zim. You've definitely made it. And you think your job's boring, but look, if you get to do something to do with baseball, then that I can say that's never boring. As there's a weak ground ball to Luis Ariz. Ariz will throw it to Bryce Eldridge for 3 outs. We go to the top of the fifth. But Zim Zim, I got to give you credit. Donating to charity that much money, all the praise to you in the world. As you go to the top of the fifth, Ethan, if you're still in here, I don't think you are because I haven't seen you, but maybe Zim Zim may have timed you out. Um, Cardinals game should have just started. So hopefully, and they're already winning 1-0. So hopefully you found your way there. As Zim Zim's in the car to Levi's. Uh, you got your family driving for you. Yeah, Bob, it's at Levi's Stadium, Bob. As Zim Zim says, when I came out of school, I was making low six figures. Yes, Scott, we've got a close one. I don't like. I much prefer when the Giant Atlanta was great. The Giants were blowing out the Braves. When it's close with this Giants bullpen, oh, watch out! As Zim Zim, I got a question for you. Then, did you have a job lined up? Then, did you do like a year at the job during your uni course, or did you just get the offer straight away? I'm interested. Did you get a year work experience in between years at uni, or did they just have a job lined up for you since you're a Stanford grad? Sim worked for Arby's in college. Now, that's a restaurant, isn't it? in America, right? You got the job in November of your senior year. That's last year, right, Zim Zim? I'm not great with junior, senior. We don't do that over here. We just say first, second, third year. Yeah, fast food. Yeah, that's quite a jump from Arby's. Yes, Bob, the 49ers Stadium. Yes, insane. Thanks for confirming that. As Michael Peterson is going to check into the game. All these Marlin guys coming in have a sub 3 ERA. I'm not used to this. What kind of bullpen is this? As he fires a ball outside to Luisa Rise, a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Pearly fries. I tell you what, fries are my favorite, and I believe Chick-fil-A do them. Waffle fries. I love waffle fries. That's my favorite. As the 1-0 pitch here to Luisa Rise is a pop up, but well, actually a shallow fly ball to the centre fielder Marcy for out number one, and that will bring up Bryce Eldridge. Come on, Bryce. You know, Scott, you're talking about that. Apparently, in Australia, they call them chips as well. And Zim Zim, I saw a message on X. Someone was attacking them on calling it chips. But I call them fries anyway, Scott. I don't even call them chips. I don't call your guys chips though, as that pitch is low to Bryce Eldridge. I just want to know. If someone said chips in America, we call them crisps. So I call them crisps over here. But I don't really use the word chips. I would just say fries. As it's 1-0 here to Bryce Eldridge, as Zim Zim says it, yeah. As Eldridge hits a high pop-up on the infield, that should be playable for the third baseman. Connor Norby will make the catch for out number two. Yeah, Zim Zim, Walker's a good crisps. What's everyone's favourite crisps? As Zim Zim says, that is also a crisp company. It just lays for a slogan. Um, what's your guys' favorite crisps? I'll tell you my favorite American crisps as well after, because we don't have them in England, and I do like going there. I'll also tell you crisps I tried over there that I can't stand. There's certain crisps that I thought I would like, and I thought they were awful. There's his own one here to Matt Chapman. Insane. As Chapman fires that one. I appreciate that. And Spencer, you guys always stay on there. As you say, everyone who hasn't already, make sure to like and subscribe. Yes, please do. If you have your privacy settings turned off, your name will appear to my left as well. As the 0-2 pitch to Matt Chapman is way high. That one was coming for the umpire's head, and it'd be 1-2. Scott says Ruffles cheddar and sour cream. Are Ruffles the red, white, and blue packaging crisps? Have I got that right? We do not have Ruffles over here, but I think that may be the packaging. I'm not sure if it's different for each flavour. As there's a swing and a miss by Matt Chapman. He goes down on strikeouts. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Giants then haven't done anything since the second inning. Yeah, Zim Zim, what's your favourite crisps? And Spencer. Is Spencer still in here? Insane. Yeah, keep it up, Insane. We're going to be able to trade him just because of you. Yeah, Spencer, the offense has definitely gone silent. Yeah, Zim Zim, if you're still in there. And you, Spencer, and Insane. I want to hear it. What are your guys' favourite uh, chips? Let me call them chips. Maybe that's... I keep calling them crisps. I got to adapt. Spencer says Ruffles as well. I've never had Ruffles, so I feel like I need to try them next time I'm over. Cap Cod are really good too. Never heard of them. I've heard of Ruffles, never heard of Cap Cod. I'll tell you my favorite American crisps. As Zim Zim says, he loves Pringles and flaming hot lime Cheetos. As Zim Zim, you did a bob there. No, I was gonna say my favorite crisps when I come to America is flaming hot Cheetos, not lime, just flaming hot Cheetos. I love Cheetos. We don't get them over here. We have something called Wotsits. They're like a rip-off Cheetos, but they ain't the proper thing. Um, Pringles, I love Pringles. I will say, uh, when we come to the US, and I like to sit in the hot tub and just eat Cheetos. That's what I like to do. I'm like, I gotta make this most of the 2 weeks I'm here, and then I try and buy as many and pack them up. As Haron says, Juantonio tortilla chips from Oregon. Very specific, but I'm guessing they're really good. As Scott says he's not a Cheetos fan and is 1-0 here to Sanoa. Insane, yes. Okay, we've got a lot of good options. Pringles, Flaming Hot Lime Cheetos, Cape Cod, Ruffles cheddar and sour cream, Juantonio tortilla chips. Um, as Spencer says, he likes anything as long as it doesn't have vinegar in it, as it's 2-1 here to Sanoa. See, Spencer, I love salt and vinegar. They're my favorite flavor. Salt and vinegar Pringles. I love salt and vinegar Pringles. I'll tell you though, the crisps I thought were awful when I went to America. Takis, whatever it's called, the ones in the purple packet. As there's a ground ball, that's a fair ball down the third base line. That one's going to get along to the corner by the 344 sign. Sanoa is going to stop at second as he has a leadoff double. And he does a little dance, a little Marlin dance. Piss off. So Roupp then is going to have to get out of this situation after the leadoff double. Insane says salt and vinegar chips are great, but besides that, yeah, vinegar sucks. Yeah. No, Takis. I hate Takis. I thought that was disgusting. As a Hicks then, the left-hander will be up. Roop at 69 pitches. As Roop fires high, and it's 1-0. I'll tell you what I love in England. Don't know if you guys have heard of these. There's something called skips. I love skips. I love Monster Munch. If you haven't tried, as there's a ground ball, the runner Sano is going to get to third as the throw goes to first to get one out. So it'll be a runner at third, one out here. But Monster Munch is great over here. But Pringles as well. We do Pringles over here. I love Pringles. As Chicharrones, Scott says. And Owen Casey, who's 2 for 2 today. Yeah, a solo home run and a single. As the 0-0 pitch, 2 Casey's, they swing and a miss. Susak's going to fire over to third, where Sano is back safely. Ah, pork scratchings. I had no idea what that was, Scott. I don't really eat pork scratchings, to be honest. As there's a foul ball out of play in its own too. Wilson says, "What's my favourite Frey Bentos pie?" I've never had Frey Bentos pie. I know it's a UK thing over here, um, but I've never had that. The only pies I do like a good steak pie, but I don't get Frey Bentos or Bentos. I don't even know. I think it's pronounced Bentos. Yeah, Wilson. I can't answer that one. Have you ever tried it? But I've not had that, I'm afraid. Um, although I do love a roast dinner. That's very classic British. As a 1-2 pitch is a ground ball. That's going to be over Bryce Eldridge's head. That's going to be a base hit to right field. Jung Hoo Lee's going to get to the ball. It's going to be 2 on Miami here as Casey's going to have his third hit of the game. He is a triple away from the cycle, as in saying that did take a nasty bounce. So 2-1 Miami, in saying that was unlucky. If it goes to Eldridge, he may have a play at home plate. Instead, it bounced right over his head, even though he is 6'7". So Miami take the lead, and that's the value of contact right there. Wilson, yeah, there's a reason I've never had it. I would never have a pie in a can. Yeah, Scott. A pie, yeah. All right, we don't have to talk crap about it. Even I don't have that. Don't get me started on that. I'm sure there's certain food I do like that you guys don't get, as there's a still gonna miss by Hernandez, and it's 1-1. But no. Like, okay, here's the question: What's your have you ever had beans on toast? What's your opinion on beans on toast? As the 1-1 pitch here to Hernandez is down and inside, and it's 2-1. I know that is controversial, beans on toast. Frito pie. I have not had Frito pie. Haran. As there's a swing and a miss by Hernandez, and it's 2-0. That's a US pie. I just searched it up, Haran. I've never had that. Do you like it, Haran? Is it worth trying? And I can see if I can ever try that. As a 2-2 pitch here to Hernandez is low, and it's 3-2. Look, when I come over to the US in August, I can try all these things. I can write a list, and I can go and try some of these things, and do a little video, and you guys can see my reaction if you want. As there's a swing and a miss by Hernandez, or a foul tip into Suzak's glove, and that'll be the second out of the inning. As Scott says, he's never hired a pie made with Fritos or Fritos. I don't even know how to say it. As we're gonna get a pitching mound visit here. Scott, you're not a fan of beans and toast, I see. All right. I'm pro beans on toast. Oh no, you said tasty. Idiot. I thought you said nasty. I was reading it. I was like, Scott said it's nasty but also well balanced. That didn't make sense. No, you said it was tasty and well balanced as well. No, yeah, I like beans on toast. Put a bit of cheese on top, or also like if you heat it up and create a toasty, like a baked bean sandwich, baked bean ham sandwich and cheese. You can't beat that. So Kyle Stowers will be up. He had an opportunity last time with runners at second and third to drive in a run. He'll have another opportunity with a runner at second, and that is Owen Casey, who's 3 for 3 today. As Spencer says, Insane doesn't even know what Frito pie is. Spencer says Pad scored 5 in the top of the first, and the Rangers have scored 5 in the bottom of the half and still hitting. If you're a Padres fan, you're thinking, get in with this bullpen, 5-0 already. It's going to be a cruise. Didn't even last an inning. As Haron says, yes. Probably answering a question, I would believe. As Bob says, does Padres just blew a 5-run lead? And Spencer confirms that with a yes. And it's 2-1 here to Kyle Stowers. You don't want to get behind 3-1. Giants looking to win 4 in a row. As the 2-1 pitch is a swing and a miss and a sinker, and it's 2-2. Roupp, he's been okay, but at 85 pitches. So It's looking like he's going to struggle to get through 6 innings, which is every Giant starter apart from Logan Webb. As I'm just having a look at the Frito pie here on. Um, I got a photo of it here. As Landen Roupp gets out the inning, we'll go to the top of the sixth, and he strikes out Carl Stowers. Carl Stowers, then in my fantasy team's doing absolutely nothing, but that's okay because it helps out the Giants. Yes, 2-1 after 5. We go to the top of the sixth. And the Marlins, though, do take the lead as Owen Casey with his third hit of the game. I've had enough of Owen Casey. How old's Owen Casey? 23? That means he's going to kill the Giants for years to come. Right, last time the Marlins scored, the Giants responded straight away. Let's hope they can respond straight away this time. As Bob, I'll tell you who's leading off the inning for the Giants, because I know you like to know that. So leading off the inning for the Giants will be Rafi Devers, followed by Jung-Hoo Lee, and then Willie Adames. All three of those players I mentioned actually have a base hit today. If we look at the Giants, they've got 5 hits. Devers, Lee, Adames, Schmidt, and Gilbert all have a hit. Suzak is the one with the RBI on the sac fly, as Owen Casey has both RBIs for the Marlins, courtesy of a home run and a RBI double. That's how we're at 2-1. Let's hope we can respond here in the top of the sixth. As Bob says, Rangers have scored 6 runs. There you go. Take that, Padres. Your offense is rubbish. You finally score a lot of runs in an inning, and you still can't do anything. As I can see, it's bottom of the first, only 1 out. Who was pitching? Vasquez. Vasquez was not doing too bad for the Padres either. So, wow. As I'm just looking here, Brewers Braves. The Brewers are beating the Braves 1-0. Jacob Mizorowski is the pitcher for the Brewers. He's gone 5 1/3. No runs, no walks, 5 strikeouts. For either your front run Cy Young Award winner or your second place Cy Young front runner behind Christopher Sanchez. It's a battle between those two at the moment as Devers fouls off that pitch, a fastball at 98. That caught a lot of the plate and it'll be 1-1. Cardinals are still winning 1-0 as Bobby Witt Jr. is not playing. Just he did exit yesterday's game with an injury. So let's hope he can get better as Devers takes high and it's 2-1. Mizorowski is insane. That dude. I just hope his arm doesn't fall off. As Devers, it's a high drive, right field. That one is going to be in the upper deck. Home run, Rafi Devers. We are tied. Insane. Got to put it in the chat now because Devers just with a big blast. Home run, Rafi Devers here on Jolly Good Takes is boom, boom, baseball, zim, zim. You get in it because I know you love the song. If you're not, you're going to miss it. As it's 2-2, baby, as Devers, it's his home run, number something, I don't know. But play the song, baby.
When Liam streams your game, it's boom, boom, baseball. High, deep, and never coming back.
So that's Devers' 11th home run on the year. As the Giants respond straight away. And this is the Devers we're promised. Can Devers string it all together, though, for a month? We need him to. As the 0-1 pitch here to Jung-Hoo Lee is inside and it's 1-1. I'm telling you, I'm getting a bit annoyed, you know. And I'll tell you why I'm getting annoyed. Because this Giants offense had the potential to be a top 10 offense in baseball. Now they got off to an awful start, but ever since Bryce Eldridge is up, as Lee takes the low, they've been one of the hottest offenses in baseball, and it pisses me off that we didn't invest in pitching. That's what pisses me off. What could have been if we actually had good pitching and a bullpen? That's why I'm annoyed, as it's 3-1 here to Jung Hoo Lee. As Bob says, let's take the lead. You know, Bob, though, you do say you hope we get a home run, but you did say that after we hit a home run. So 3-1 to Jung Hoo Lee. Jung Hoo Lee's 1 for 2 today. As Peterson fires, there's a fastball right down the middle. Lee crushes that to right field. That's going to be a fair ball. It's going to plug in the wall in right field. Lee is going to hold at second base as Gary Pettis puts up the stop sign. So Lee is going to have a double. And the Giants then, as Bob says, can take the lead here with some good, smart baseball. And Adamas will be up. Adamas is 1 for 2. We're going to get a mound visit here by the Marlins. What's the ruling on that? Is it not an automatic double if it gets plugged under the wall in right field? I think it's an automatic double. But no, we're going to get a pitching change here by the Marlins. So Peterson gives up a run and then a double to Jung Hoo Lee. And the Giants take the lead. What's Devers looking like? You know what's crazy? Devers is 2 for 2 today. He's now batting 245 and a 750 OPS. How is this dude at a 750 OPS? Well, that's not great. That's still above league average. Feels like the dude's been so incompetent. But hey, that's going up. Would just like to see Eldridge get on base today, and then that'd be a successful day. So the Giants are threatening. Smash that like button, baby, if you want to see the Giants take the lead. We'll see if Roupp comes out for the top of the sixth as well. He's at how many pitches is Landen Roupp at? Diddle-a-doo. Landen Roupp at 86 pitches. We'll see if they bring him out. I would think yes. We'll see how many batters he faces though. As it's 0-0 between Brazil and Haiti, I see. Bob, you're talking crap about Willie Adames, so you're not a Willie Adames fan. Zim would agree with you then, because Zim's not a Willie Adames fan either. Can the can I get another hit? Yes, Bob, we would like that a lot. So we've got a pitching change here for the Marlins. Let's hope Devers and Adames are really starting to heat up. Apologies, I'm drinking a little bit more today because it is baking hot, even at 2 in the morning. As Tyler Zuba is in the game. He's got over a 7 ERA. As he faces Willie Adames, Adames will take in the dirt, and it's 1-0. The Marlins, they've let a lot of good relief pitchers come in the game, but Zuba is not one of them. But that's probably good for them because the Giants do struggle against players like that. As Adames then takes a swing and he fouls one off, and he's walking a bit gingerly. He's walking like an old man that's just stood up after sitting down for 3 hours. As he found that one right on the big toe there. As that will fix your posture as he stretches out his back. Spencer, is that the Padres score? Yes. I just read your above comment. Yeah. As Adames takes a wild swing and miss, and it's 1-2. Ugh. Did not like that swing. I don't like that when you just need to move the runner over and you're swinging like you want to hit the ball through the glass in left field and out of the stadium. Spencer, it is a pitcher's duel. That pitch is fouled off in in Texas. It's gonna be a relief pitcher's duel. Just not a starting pitcher's duel. Who was the pitcher for the Rangers? Spencer. As 11 runs scored in that game. If I can remember correctly, I don't think there was 11 runs scored last year in this series. Giants at Marlins. As Adamas takes a cool strike three. He's not going to challenge it. I thought he did challenge it. That may have been worth a challenge. The Giants only have one left. So an unproductive out for Willie Adamas. As let's have it. I thought he did challenge it, insane. As at least show me a replay of where the pitch was. It looked inside. Here's Casey Schmidt then. Casey Schmidt's going to swing at the first pitch. He does, and it weren't a strike. This is the thing with Casey. Can we not swing at the first pitch every at bat, every game? Just take it, please. Scott. It just annoys me. As DeGrom was the pitcher for the Rangers. DeGrom was having a good year as well. As Schmidt's behind 0-2 here. DeGrom's one of my favourite pitchers to watch. What's going on today? Gauseman's one of my favourite pitchers to watch. DeGrom's one of my favourite pitchers to watch. As he had DeGrom, 5 runs all earned, given up. As his ERA is 3.66. As here's Casey Schmidt. He will hit a drive, little bloop to right field. That's going to land for a base hit. And Jung-Lee had a great read. He's going to score as the Giants take the lead on the Casey Schmidt RBI single. 3-2 Giants. That's what I'm talking about. Way to respond after Roupp gave up a run. So 3-2 as the Lucky Bailey jersey is striking again, but we've still got a long way to go as Juice puts a thumbs up. 3-2 good guys, as Spencer says. Here's Gilbert. Can Gilbert go on and hit a home run and make this a 5-2 game? As he takes a good strike at the knees and it's 0-1. Gilbert batting 223. A 303 on base is solid for that low batting average. As the A1 pitch is a perfect pitch. We're going to get a challenge by Miami. The Miami guy must have some sort of cheating thing because this dude's getting all these pitches right. Because that was a strike and it's going to be 0-2 as a perfect pitch there by Zuba. Zuba. He sounds like he should be from Germany. He could be. I actually don't know if he's from Germany or not. That's where it sounds like he should be from. As Gilbert does use a timeout. Gilbert then behind 0-2. As he hits a ground ball. That one could be a double play. As that was a good flip there to Otto Lopez. And Gilbert just beats it out. We'll see if the Marlins challenge. So they only get one out. That one may be worth a challenge, though. We will see. They do not challenge. I'm a bit off today. I thought that may have been close as well. But we're going to get no challenge. So the inning continues. And hey, even if Suzak gets out, at least you got the top of the lineup up for the next inning. As Gilbert must have just beat that out on the replay. I think he just beat it out. You know what I'd do? I'd like to see a stolen base here. As Suzak then swings at the first pitch. He hits a sharp ground ball. That's going to get through Otto Lopez for a base hit. It's going to be runners at first and third here. As Gilbert then was on his toes. The ball getting kind of slowed down by Lopez's glove meant the outfielders took longer to get to it. That allowed Gilbert to get to third base. And I tell you what, if he did try and steal, that could have been a scoring opportunity. We will see, though. I will never know, even. So it's runners at the corners, and we're going to get another pitching change. My God, how many guys do you have in the bullpen, Miami? You want to burn this bullpen or what? So it's 3-2 Giants. They've scored 3 runs on 9 hits. The Marlins have scored 2 runs on 7 hits. As we are getting a pitching change here. I know, Spencer. This is ridiculous. As Yankees are still beating the Reds 4-0. The Braves are taking the lead on Mizorowski, I see. 2-1 the Braves lead over the Milwaukee Brewers. Best two teams in baseball right there. Both teams with 27 losses, just the Braves with one more win. As Perez has gone 6 innings, just giving up the 1 run. So maybe it was a good thing the Giants avoided him. Can the Giants add on then? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Will the Giants add on? Luis Arise is going to be the hitter. As it Spencer says, 2-0 St. Louis. You know, Spencer, you don't have to give me updates on St. Louis if they're winning. You know, I know you don't like them, so you don't actually have to give updates. If they're losing though, then feel free. As by the way, did you see I don't know if they showed this in the US, but Harry Kane, Thomas Tuchel threw out the first pitch at the Royals game. So I thought that was pretty cool in Kansas. Scott, Spencer, you're a big fan of the bearded fella. Who's the bearded fella, Scott? As Cade Gibson then is going to come in for the Marlins. Is it a Is it not a person, Scott? Is it a series? And I sound like an idiot. I'm I'm thinking now, Spencer, with Spencer's comment, I'm an idiot, and it's not actually a person, and it's probably a TV series. As a Rise takes outside, and it's 1-0. A Rise 0 for 3 today. Now we know he likes hitting in this ballpark. We'll see if he can knock in a run here. As he swings and misses at a slider, and it's 1-1. Scott says, "Jesus Christ, of course." I've never heard of it. I'm not good with TV series. As the 1-1 pitch to Arise is a foul ball off his foot or his knee, and he's gonna hobble. I watch too much sport to watch TV. So apologies, Scott. I will say if I ever watch TV series, I do like binge watch them all the time. As the 1-2 pitch here to Luis Arise is way in the dirt and it'll be 2-2. You know, Scott, my thinking is actually, um, I don't want to watch all these good things by myself. I want to wait until I've got a partner and then watch them with my partner. And so we can react to it for the first time. As of yet, Spencer, none of them were strikes. As a 2-2 pitch to Luisa Rise is a strike, and it's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. And that will end the inning. The Giants do score 2 on the Rafi Devers home run. And here on Jolly Good Takes, it's boom, boom, baseball, baby, with Devers going for number 11 on the season.
When Liam streams your game, it's boom, boom, baseball. High, deep, and never coming back.
All right, we go to the bottom of the sixth. This is going to be the last inning for Landen Roupp, no matter what happens. Unless he gets 3 outs on 3 pitches. Which I can tell you for free, that's not happening. That was a good inning. I would have wanted to get that 1 base hit to extend the lead with this bullpen, but we still got 3 innings to try and do that. So yeah. But you know what I like about the Giants today? They've responded well. They went behind 1-0. They scored the next inning to make it 1-1. They go behind 2-1. They score the next inning to make it 3-2. That's what I like. Respond straight away. As I'm just looking at other scores around baseball, the Guardians are beating the Astros 3-1. Bailey is 1 for 1 as his average is now up to 168. Give a round of applause to Patrick Bailey. The Padres are still 6-5 in that epic pitchers duel there. Braves 2-1 over the Brewers. Rays 4-2 over the Nationals. Yankees 4-0 over the Reds still. The Tigers 4-3 over the White Sox. Giants 3-2. And Pirates 0-0. And that's all the games currently on. Bob, shall I tell you why did the Giants trade Patrick Bailey? The Giants traded Patrick Bailey because his offense was so bad, it outweighed how good his defense was. And he was actually a negative war player this year. They had strong belief in Suzak. Azeze is still going to miss by Otto Lopez. They had strong beliefs in Suzak being able to be a good plus defender and hit. And that's why they traded Patrick Bailey. And they got a pitching prospect and a compensatory pick in this year's draft for him as well. As the 0-1 pitch is outside and it's 1-1. Bob, were you happy that the Giants traded Patrick Bailey? As Insane says, because Bailey couldn't hit for shit. Basically it. As there's a cool strike to Lopez and it's 1-2. Um, and also Suzak is actually been better defensively than Bailey this year. So that's crazy. Wilson 1-0 Brazil. I thought it was 2-0. I saw Rafinha scored, but it got ruled out. Bob, can we call it a tugboat? He is in AAA, so we may see him this year. Wouldn't be a bad idea with how bad our starting pitchers have been. As a 2-2 pitch here to Lopez is a weak ground ball. Roupp, though, will have it. He will flip it over to Bryce Eldridge for out number 1. So a good out there for Roupp. Haron, you're signing off. Thanks to all. Yeah, Haron, I won't be live tomorrow for the Giants game because I'm busy, but we'll be back Sunday. So enjoy your Saturday, Haron. Cheers for joining the stream. Go Giants and enjoy the rest of your evening. As here is Jacob Marcy. Bob, did you like the trade though? I'm asking you a question, Bob. As that pitch is low to Marcy and it's 1-0. I'm sorry, Wilson. You can enjoy your birthday though. As the Insane says, see ya as well. Yes, but Scott, it is the bottom of the 6th. Yeah, you're right. Always correct me when I'm slacking. I always appreciate that. As a 2-0 pitch to Marcy is a close pitch, but 3-0. Spencer, I know you love to shit on us Brentford fans. Um, Wilson, I may be doing a game later though, as that pitch is inside and it's going to be a walk. I just can't do the Giants game. We'll see. I don't really know how long I'm going to be tomorrow. As Sam Hedges is warming up in the bullpen for the Giants. And so is Ryan Walker as well. But Henches is like warming up like he's going to come in next. Walker's kind of getting to the early stages of his warm up. As that pitch is outside and it's 1-0 to Connor Norby. Connor Norby today is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Who's on deck? Who's after Connor Norby? As the 1-0 pitch is low and it's 2-0. So 6 straight balls thrown by Roupp. And a rise is going to come over smartly and just say, we've got your back. Throw a strike, like Insane says. As on deck is Mac, the catcher. Bob, I don't like Walker. He gives up a lot of hits. Bob, I don't like Walker either. He's a nice guy, but he stresses me out too much. So 2-0 as Roop fires. There's a ground ball to Chapman. Chapman fire it over to Arise. Arise will fire it over, and that is a double play. So Roop goes strong, gives up just the 2 runs. We go to the top of the 7th. Good job there by Landen Roupp to get the ground ball there. As if I'm Connor Norby, I would have seen a few more pitches there with Roop losing command. Instead, he swung at the first pitch. As Wilson says, Carl Stowers and Norby have been disappointing. And I thought they were meant to be their two of their better players, especially Carl Stowers. And that was a shutdown inning. What do you want? Shutdown innings after you score. And that was. Bob, you keep saying we need a double play. You say these things, but we know it's happening. But we did get the double play, so it's all good. As Spencer says, 3-2 good guys after 6. Yes, can the bullpen hang on now? It'll be all down to the bullpen. As damn it. Damn it, Wilson. I saw Cunha scored. I was hoping Cunha didn't score against Haiti because I want Thiago to start as many games as possible. But if Cunha scored, what I don't like is Thiago started against a good Morocco team and Cunha starts against Haiti. It annoys me. Bob, yep, if we were ahead, Killian will pitch the 9th inning. Tony Vitello named him the closer. So yeah, expect to see Caleb Killer Killian, as Zim Zim likes to call him. We'll see if we can get to the 9th inning though, Bob, with the lead, because with this Giants bullpen, you never know. As if the Giants can get a win, that would be big. As by the way, bit of breaking news. Shohei Otani has been placed on the paternity list because he has got a baby on the way. So screw Shohei Otani. As Eldridge hits a ground ball, that's going to be a ground out. As Hicks will flip that over to Gibson. So Eldridge today, 0 for 4, his on base streak might be coming to an end. That would be a shame for the 21-year-old. And a quick out there. Going to need more runs. This bullpen is not going to hold this lead. Yeah, definitely need to add on. Bob, do I like Killian? No. I don't like him as a closer. I like him as a 7th inning guy, but not a closer or an 8th inning guy. As Chapman takes in the dirt. There's no one on this team I like it in the 8th or the 9th. I saw the Pirates guys are willing to give up the 34th pick in this year's draft. I would try and trade Ray, Killian, and win and try and get the 34th pick. Also, you know what I'd try and do? I'd start trying to trade like a Gavin Keelan or a Johnny Level for pitching prospects. I think we need to trade some of those prospects for top pitching prospects. As Chapman takes a strike and it's 1-2, we need to get more pitching prospects in this farm system. Because right now there's not one stud that we're so excited about. Bob, Randy Rodriguez, if he comes back next year, it'll probably be back end of the year. As the 1-2 pitch is a cool strike 3. Chapman goes down looking for the second out. Thing, Bob, is one, there may not be a season next year. And 2, if there is, don't expect Randy Rodriguez to be very good. It normally takes 6 months after coming back, or the next year after they come back, to really be themselves again. So don't expect Randy Rodriguez to do anything next year. But I have to say, I do love Randy Rodriguez. He was my favorite Giants bullpen arm. Again, struggled as a closer, but no, I loved Randy Rodriguez. As Ethan, how you doing? The Cardinals, they're doing good today, aren't they, Ethan? You're back. Do I have any questions? Well, yeah. How have your Cardinals looked? As it's 2-0 here to Rafi Devers. Your Cardinals are winning 2-0. Yeah, Ethan, how have they looked today? How's McGreevy looked as well? Bob, I don't mind Randy Rodriguez being the closer as Devers takes a strike. Also, Ethan, can you give me a list of your top 5 hitters in baseball? Who do you think are the 5 best hitters in baseball? I'd love to know. So Devers is 2-2 today. 2 for 2 today as he uses a timeout. Devers with a walk, a single, and a home run, which tied the game for the Giants as he takes inside, and it's 3-1. Jung-Hoo Lee is on deck. Jung-Hoo Lee is 2 for 3 today. Spencer and Bob, question for you guys and Insane and anyone else listening as Devers swings and misses and it's 3-2. Who do you want our closer to be going into next year? Do you want us to sign someone, trade for someone? Are you happy with what they've got in the bullpen, which I think we could all safely say no. As the 3-2 pitch to Devers is fouled out of play, there will remain 3-2. Who's pitching the seventh, Bob? It will be Sam Henches pitching the seventh, Bob. As the 3-2 pitch to Devers is a line drive. That one's going to be a nice diving stop, and the throw over to first base is going to record an out. We go to the middle of the seventh. Yeah, Spencer, you did say, I remember you in Giant Sports Talk Live chat saying that. So we go to the bottom of the seventh. It's a 3-2 here, as that was a nice sliding play there. All right, I'm gonna go have a toilet break and refill my drink, and we'll be back for the bottoms of the seventh inning here on Jolly Good Takes. 3-2 Giants. Can the bullpen hold on to the lead, baby? Ethan, can you get those top 5 hitters for me as well? See you in a few. All right, we're back for the bottom of the seventh. As here's Sam Henches, as we said, as the first pitch is fouled off by Asturi Ruiz, who is the pinch hitter. Sam Hench is in the game. He's got a 1.46 ERA. As we're back from the loo break. As we do call it the loo over here. So it's 0-1 to Asturi Ruiz. Asturi Ruiz, if he gets on base, he is a threat. As there's a foul ball. And it's 0-2. Ruiz is a righty, or he could be a switch hitter, but he's batting righty. Came in to face the lefty here. Ruiz batting 265 as the 0-2 pitch hits Asturi Ruiz. I am sorry. I ain't having that bullshit. That hit him, but that's a load of BS. That pitch was above the strike zone. That pitch was barely in. That should not be a hit by pitch. I'm sorry. He's got hit on purpose there. What a load of bullshit that is. That's a load of bullshit. That I'm sorry, that pitch was barely high and inside. You you can't stand that close and stick your elbow out over to get hit. That's a load of nonsense. So the Speedy Ruiz is now on, and it's 1-0 here to Sonoha. Scott says, hopefully, if the Giants can get off one of their two of their large contracts, they can invest that in the bullpen. Maybe a closer. That's what we'd like, Scott. That's what we'd like. As it's 1-1 here to Sonoha. We'd like a guy like Duran that's just going to come in and shut down the game. I'm sorry. Spencer Insane, if you're watching it, what did you think of that hit by pitch? That was a load of rubbish. As there's a bunt, Henches is going to field it. His throw to Eldridge is not going to be in time. It's going to be runners at first and second here. So a little small ball by the Marlins. The bullpen is came in and not recording out yet. Here we go. Top of the lineup coming up for the Marlins. What a load of rubbish. This is where they blow it. Good small ball there by the Marlins. Um, Scott, are the Giants out of challenges? They've got one challenge left in terms of ABS, as that pitch was the highest pitch I've seen this century, and it's 1-0. They have not wasted a manager challenge, so they do have those challenges left. Wilson, the bullpen is already pissing their pack. Yeah, this bullpen can piss off. It's so bad. I'm sorry. That first batter, that should have been a strike. That should not have been a hit by pitch. I don't think the guy was so far near the close to the home plate as there's a called strike on a curveball at the top of the zone. Not where you're meant to throw that, but it got the strike and it's 1-1. I'd like to see more umpires come out and say no, that was intentional. As the 1-1 pitch to Hicks is a ground ball. That one's going to get through for a base hit. Jung Hoo Lee's going to field it. They're going to wave home Ruiz. He's going to be running at the corners here as Chapman drops the ball. And the Giants bullpen has already blown it again because their bullpen is fucking shit. As we go, as it's 3-3 here. We don't need to invest in the bullpen, Buster Posey. What a genius. Runnings at second and third here as Lee's throw came late. And he should have thrown it to second base. So runners at second and third. Scott, I don't think it's I don't know if it's challengeable. As the 0 pitch is swung and a miss by Owen Casey, who's a triple away from the cycle. I don't think they would have overruled it, Scott, because he didn't make any movement towards the pitch. He just left his elbow there. But his elbow was so just not that far away from home plate. As there's a high fly ball left field. This is going to be deep enough to give the Miami Marlins the lead as the Giants bullpen strikes again. 4-3 Miami. What a load of rubbish. Seriously, we can't even get through one inning with this bullpen. As here's Kyle Stowers, who's going to make this 6-3. As it's 3-0 Brazil. Don't tell me, Wilson, Cunha scored any more. Oh, he did as well. Cunha scored twice. As here comes Tony bloody Vitello. Scott, the thing with Alvarado was he was wild. Henches was just shit. Just shit. It's so infuriating. This team would have been competitive if you had a good bullpen and a half decent rotation. But no, we didn't invest any money in the bullpen. So stupid. It's so annoying. Now the offense has got to do it again. So 4-3 Miami. Bob, here comes Walker. I don't want Ryan Walker. I don't want anyone in this bullpen. It's all a joke. Yeah, no, insane. Ryan Walker was warming up. You can write a 6-3 at least with Ryan Walker coming in. As Bob says, that's what MLB Gamecast says. Yeah, Ryan Walker was warming up in the bullpen, so he is coming in. So Ryan Walker with his 5.4 ERA. This is what we got, fans. Bloody Ryan Walker, brilliant. How many walks is Ryan Walker going to give up this time? Welcome to Bull City, Ryan Walker. Insane. No, we need the positivity. Insane. That's what we need. He's so good that he's tradable to the Pirates for their 34th pick. Right, insane. So it's 1-0. Here's a Hernandez then. Yeah, spent. Yeah, I said there's a strike and it's 1-1. There we go, Walker. The Giants have got to keep this lead at 1. I don't see them coming back from a lead that's more than 1. As there's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Here we go, says Spencer. Literally, they've got 1 out and given up 2 runs. You can't write it. Ethan, if you come back, the Cardinals bullpen can't be worse than this bullpen. Giants are out of challenges as well. Round of applause to Suzak. He's just used up the final challenge. Insane says, "Come on, Suzak, what is that challenge?" Yep. Round of applause to Suzak. What a great challenge on that ball outside. And it's 2-2. So Giants are out of challenges. Marlins have got 2. Can we not have anything nice? Can we not win 4 in a row? Are we cursed? How can you not win 4 in a row? How can you not win 1 series? Or sweep 1 series? They have won a series. How can you not sweep 1 series? That was a Bailey-esque challenge by Daniel Suzak. As a 2-2 pitch is a ground ball, a nice play by Walker. He thought about throwing it over to second, and then he throws his glove to Bryce Eldridge. Ryan Walker with the glove flip to Eldridge. The ball stayed in there. Nicely done as I did the ball get stuck? Um oh my god, he threw his glove. Huh? I look, I like it. I mean, if you're having issues getting the ball out of the glove, then just chuck the glove. You can see when he looked over to second, he couldn't get the ball out of the glove, so he just threw the glove. There you go. All right, Ethan, email it to to me tomorrow. The Cardinals are losing. Well, as they intentionally walk Kyle Stowers. I do like the intentional walk to Kyle Stowers. The dude can mash. I know he struggled today, and that'll bring up Otto Lopez. Don't love intentionally walking in, bringing up Otto Lopez, however. But Ethan's still here. I will have to email top five players tomorrow. And the Cardinals are losing, and the Giants are losing, Ethan. And I told you we had this discussion yesterday. As there's a check swing, he did not swing Lopez, and it's 1-0. The Yeah, Scott, the first baseman caught his glove for the out. Yes, Scott. Um, yeah, the Cardinals bullpen sucks. This Giants bullpen, Ethan, sucks. They came in already blowing the lead as it's 1-1. It's so infuriating. If we just had a good bullpen. Yeah, Spencer, let's get out of it. Keep the game close, Walker. As there's a line drive up the middle, but it's caught by Luis Ariz. Wow. I thought that was going to be a base hit. Good defensive position in there from the Giants. Luis Ariz make the catch. Walker didn't look pretty, but he got the job done. We go to the top of the eighth. Giants now losing 4-3, though. As Insane says, he got lucky. Yep, thank God. Right. Can we respond for the third time today? That all our runs have came after they've scored. We need to score now. We will see. So it's 4-3 Miami. Oh, this bullpen. Why is our bullpen crap? If we actually had an actual bullpen, this team may have been competitive, but we don't because it's bloody crap. Buster Posey needs to look in the mirror and look his shame. Great giant player. So far, your tenure as a GM is an embarrassment. I'm really annoyed, guys. I was like, yeah, the Giants aren't going to make the playoffs, but I just want them to do well. And they were winning. They went in Atlanta, got the win. I wanted them to carry this momentum over. Now there's still time, but it's so annoying. Like, can we just get a nice month stretch where we're 5 games over, 10 games over for a month, or do we have to be so crap? So infuriating. I know Scott, but I uh, he's learning on the job, but that's annoying because they needed to bring in someone with more experience to work with Buster Posey. It's like if you're learning on the job. By the way, the Giants broadcast just showed they just showed a clip of someone actually flipping the glove over to first base. So it does actually happen. It's happened before as a Lee takes a strike, but it's so annoying. Like you go all in. Is Buster Posey the right GM if you're trying to go all in and win now with his lack of experience? Because the dude's going to make mistakes. It's why they need to go young. Because a young team it allows you to make more mistakes. But you are right, Scott. He is learning on the fly as that pitch is outside and it's 2-1. Brian Walker's laughing at it. Well, at least Walker's not given up a run yet since he's been back. As Lee hits a weak ground ball, 4-3 Lee's back as he hits a ground ball to second base. No, I can't crap on Jung Lee. He's been doing good. As Ryan Walker's glove is getting re-netted or fixed. He must have there's something going on over there. Because obviously he couldn't get the ball out of it. Uh, Ryan Walker, it's never simple with him, is it? Giants then, can they respond? That feels like the gut punches will get a pitching change here. Nothing like it, folks, remember. Nothing like it. Ethan, you still got my email as well. You remember what it is. You should have it saved, but if you don't, then I can tell you it to it. I can tell it to you again, Ethan. That's fine. I'm getting really. I'm just getting annoyed. The offense. I know they've only scored 3 runs today, but they're actually improving. This team actually may have been something if they had any sense of pitching. I don't. You don't even have to sign anyone in free agency. You could just trade for someone. I don't like the whole half in, half out approach. Half young, half old. If you're going to build around Chapman, Devers, and Adamas, then trade your farm system. Now, I don't want them to do that. I don't want them to build around Chapman, Adamas, and Devers. But if that's their opinion, then add talent around them while they're still good. Although you could argue they're not still good, but while they're still half decent, I didn't want them to sign Edwin Diaz either. I didn't care less about Edwin Diaz. I never thought they were going to sign Edwin Diaz or Devin Williams. I didn't want Devin Williams either. I just wanted a good, solid. I wanted them to re-sign Tyler Rogers. Really, that's who I wanted. So Willie Adames then is going to be up here facing Forcha. I think his name is. As how long until the Paraguay game? When is that? 'Cause Zim Zim is in the car to Levi Stadium as the 0 pitch to Willie Adames is a ground ball foul out of play, and it's 0-1. Esturi Ruiz is gone to left. Kyle Stowers is now the first baseman, and Liam Hicks has gone to catcher. They're your defensive substitutions for the Marlins as Adames takes the low. Yeah, Scott. It's like the Warriors. The Warriors went half young, half old, and it completely flopped. They got a championship in 22, but after that it flopped as Adames fouls that pitch off, and it's 2-2. It's 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. So 4 in the morning. Well, I am awake for 4 in the morning, so I will be able to watch it. As hopefully it's not too hot at Levi Stadium in the evening. I know, Scott, I hate it. You either do what the Padres do and just forget about prospects, or you go young. Um, I don't know, Scott, you probably don't watch NorCal Sports Network, but the guy Dan on there, he's talked for years about pick a lane as a Adames to say weak ground ball. That's another ground out to the second baseman. That's going to be out number 2. No, a little I forgot what I was saying. I completely forgot what I was saying after that ground out. Um, you either do what the Padres do, or you just trade them all. That's basically what I was saying. As here's Casey Schmidt. Giants then are not looking like they're going to respond. The bullpen is pathetic. But I was thinking, no, Scott. So the last time you saw a championship was the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl. As Dylan Smith is warming up in the bullpen for the Giants. And the last time I saw a championship was the Warriors in 2022. as there's a called strike to Schmidt, and it's 2-1. Um, but like basketball is my least favorite sport in America, so I want to see the Giants, Niners, or Sharks win. Schmidt is going to have a base hit. Is he? No, because there's going to be a leaping catch by Marcy as the ball almost got over his head. For out number 3, we go to the bottom of the 8th. Dylan Smith will be coming in for the Giants. As the lucky jersey may only last 3 games. The lucky bloody Patrick Bailey bloody jersey might only last 3 games. I should never have nipped to the new to should never have nipped to the loo. It's cursed the Giants because they played like shit since I took a shit. I didn't actually take a shit, but that's how they played like. So 4-3 to the Marlins. Juice, if we have any chance, we cannot allow them to score. Scott, you were in college last time Phillies won World Series. I was coaching intramural volleyball. I did you meant to say you couldn't enjoy it or you could enjoy it? I feel like you were gonna say you couldn't enjoy it. Yeah, Spencer, but I didn't take a shit. I can't do that in a minute. But yeah, Scott, you couldn't enjoy it. Yeah, that's what I thought you meant. Uh, Zim Zim's not in the chat though, Scott, so don't worry. Although he only really likes to attack Bob. But no, the Phillies have been pushing. I mean, they made the World Series against Houston, didn't they? So 4-3 Miami. Let's hold them. Dylan Smith is like the one reliable arm so far, but it's only a matter of time before he craps the bed. As who's batting up? Macy, is it? Macy's coming up for the Marlins. Yeah, Scott, that was a surprise that year. They've been taking steps back every year since. Was that 22, was it? As Macy takes a called strike on the curveball. Why do the Giants suck in Miami as well? They always suck in Miami. As the 0-1 pitch is in the dirt, that one gets away by Suzak, but it won't matter, and it's 1-1. Yeah, 22, yeah. I just think Harper's getting older. Ramuto's getting older. As the 0-2 pitch is almost hit Marcy, but it didn't, and it's 1-2. Joe Robwe, as there's a ground ball foul, and it's 2-2. It was 2-1. The Giants broadcast had that wrong. You're saying, Spencer, they always have taken a step back. So 2-2 here to Marcy. The Phillies, Scott, could get there this year. As there's a line drive. That one's caught by Luisa Rise. A sweeper right down the middle there, but held on to. I know, Scott. Your Phillies couldn't come back last night. Let's hope the Giants come back tonight. And it was 6-3 last night, or 6-4 in the end. But let's hope the Giants can hold them and then take the lead. As Connor Norby will take high, and it's 1-0. Jack Caglione had hit another home run for the Royals. My fantasy team, come on. Although Ethan, it's not good because your Cardinals then are trailing. This is 2-0 here to Colin Norby. I don't actually think the Giants have given up many walks today, as it's 6-7 in Texas. It's 5-2 Royals. Well, that's not going great. As the 2-0 pitch is a line drive, base hit to left field for Colin Norby. It's Dylan Smith's turn now to suck. Brilliant. That was just a good bit of hitting. Got himself in his hitters count, and there you go. Ethan, no, you don't have to talk, Ethan. As if you're listening, that's all that matters. If we can make your evening better, then I appreciate it. As you said, you haven't been able to talk. The Cardinals are not doing good right now. Already turned the game off. Yeah, Jack Caglione just hit a home run to make it 5-2. You're not having fun in Kansas City, are you, Ethan? After the positive series against the Padres, where you took 2 out of 3, as Suzak there was must have got dirt in his eyes after that ball hit the dirt and went into his glove. Hopefully they turn it around, Ethan. Hopefully one of our two teams, if not both, turn their games around and we can both have a happy evening. As the 1-0 pitch is way outside, Dylan Smith, he's came in, he's taken up Ryan Walker's role of now being ball happy. Although here's Ruiz, who that was rigged. That should not have been a hit by pitch. I'm sorry. As that was a strike, but the Giants have no challenges left. And it's 3-0. Bailey would have got that one framed. So 3-0 here. As there's a strike. Well done, Dylan Smith. Now, can you do it again? We've got to keep this lead at 1, as you guys say. We always suck in Miami. It's so annoying. They're not even good. I thought they were actually going to be half decent, Miami. As there's a strike and it's 3-2, a sweeper down the middle. I thought they were going to be half decent this year, but they haven't been. And it's annoying. As there's a pickup attempt in the 3-2 pitch, but nothing doing there. As there's a check swing. That would have been ball 4. Lucky they got the check swing there. So it's 3-2 to Ruiz. Ruiz can piss off as well. He was a former Dodger, Bob. So he can go and do one. Former Athletic, former Dodger, don't like him. As a 3-2 pitch is a drive, that's going to be a foul ball. That was close. As that ball dude they've got there in Miami looks like a coach. They not even have fans that they can't get a bull dude. That guy looks like a coach. Come on, you got to let the fans have some sort of experience. I know there's not many that go to the games, but come on. As that pitch is low, and that's going to be a walk. Dylan Smith, man, don't you start turning. He spent a week with the Giants, and now he's turning like the rest of them. We're going to get a mound visit. Don't make the Giants use another pitcher as well. The only Giants pitcher I want to see in this game, not called Dylan Smith, is Caleb Killer Killian. That's the only pitcher I want to see. As we get a mound visit there. All right, then what they're saying in this mound visit is oh oh no. Oh no. It doesn't matter what they're saying in the mound visit. Oh no. Turn the TV off. They're telling him this is what they told Dylan Smith in the mound visit. If you don't start throwing fucking strikes, sorry, Ethan. Sorry for my language as well, by the way. Um, I just if you don't turn the volume off if you don't like swearing, because I'm about to swear. So turn it down. There's a swing and a foul ball, and it's 0-1. Yeah, Scott, hopefully a double play, but turn the volume down, Ethan, if you're too young for swearing. What they said to him is, "We're warming up Eric fucking Miller. If you want to be here for another fucking 30 minutes watching Eric Miller throw balls all day, then you've got to start throwing fucking strikes. Otherwise, we're bringing that dude in." That's what they're saying. As there's a drive to centre field. That one, though, should be playable for Gilbert. He will make the catch. The runner is going to tag. Norby gets to third base. If they bring Eric Miller in, that's the end. That's the end for the Oh no. No, you're not. Tony, go and do one. Tony can go and do one. Absolute clown. Here comes Eric Miller. Honestly to God. I don't want to see Eric Miller ever in a close game, you fucking clown. I'd rather see Matt Gage than Eric Miller. This dude is not. This guy should be in a blowout. What are we doing? What are we doing right now? You cannot bring Eric Miller. Honest to God, what is Vitello doing? I'd I'd sack I'd sack Tony on the spot right now. What the heck, Tony? I can't stand the clown. Where's the bloody clown emote? Get in there. Get in the chat. Clown emotes. Can't stand this dude. Eric Miller's lucky I'm not Buster Posey because if I was Buster Posey, he would have been DFA'd and be out of a job. Although someone may have picked him up and put him in AAA. Eric Miller is a nice dude. I want to say that, by the way, as well. This is not nothing personal. He's a great dude. It's never personal. He's just a crap pitcher. Um, Ethan, he belongs in the Cardinals bullpen. Eric Miller. Even Scott says, "What are you doing?" There's all the clown emojis by Spencer. Why do you have to ruin the game? You know, another thing, he gives up so many stolen bases as well. There's a strike, and the runner does go. Suzak's not even going to attempt to throw it over. So, as I literally was saying, he gives up a lot of stolen bases. There was a stolen base. It's going to be runners at second and third. Look, I know what Tony's thinking. Get the lefty-lefty matchup. But Eric Miller is crap to both lefties and righties. As there's a ball outside and it's 1-1. I know, Clown Show Wilson. It's a joke. Great stuff, no command. And when you have great stuff but no command, you can have 100-mile-an-hour fastball. But if you have to throw it in a 3-1 count because you can't locate, then you're going to get hit. As it's 1-2 because Hick swung and missed at a ball there. Wow. I know, Scott. That's the only saving grace. Is we may luck out because he only has to get one out. As the 1-2 pitch is way outside and it's 2-2. Yes, Ethan. Thanks for joining. Apologies for the swearing, but I hope your Cardinals come back. As there's a swing and a miss. Wow. Eric Miller actually got an out. That's about as rare as me ever going to bloody Afghanistan. That's never gonna happen, and Eric Miller's never getting out. That's how rare that is. Yes, Ethan, look forward to your email. Have a good evening, and, I'll see you tomorrow, although I'm not doing a giant stream, so, I'll be on later for, what's looking like. I'm just having a look. There's not too many good games, so it's probably gonna be, Red Sox Mariners is the most likely game. I know, guys, here we go. Yeah, we'll probably be live for Red Sox Mariners tomorrow because I can't make the Giants game. As Scott says, I don't think you're missing too much in Afghanistan. Yeah, no, no. There's not a lot in Afghanistan. I just won't see the Taliban, which is fine. So Giants then got their last chance. Will they do anything? We'll see. Let's see who's due up for the Giants. That's always important. It always seems to be Willie Adamas as well. Let's have a look. Oh, Drew Gilbert, Suzak, and Arise. Well, the bottom of the lineup up for the Giants then. We'll see if they can do anything. Let's let's see. I would even think about doing a pinch hitter as well. Pete Fairbanks is coming in. A 6.75 ERA. That means he's going to shut down the Giants. That's what that means. As his pitch then to Drew Gilbert is a foul ball and its own one. Actually, a good swing there by the Chili Goober, but he fouled it off, so doesn't matter. Gilbert's 1 for 3 today with a bunt single. He actually popped up the first bunt, so I'm surprised he got one down. But he is a professional player, so he should. As that one is a called strike and it's 0-2. So 0-2 to Drew Gilbert. Sorry, I was just reading something there. As the 0-2 pitch then by Fairbanks is probably going to be strike three. Uh, Gilbert thought about swinging at a fastball way above the zone, but he didn't, and it's 1-2. Also, Xavier Edwards has came into the game. He's at second. Sanoha's gone to third. So does that mean Connor Norby's out of the game? I think. As the 1-2 pitch here to Drew Gilbert is a close pitch. I'm shocked they did not challenge that the Marlins. They have got 2 challenges left. You'd think that may be worth a challenge. Giants maybe get away with that. So it's 2-2 to Gilbert. Fairbanks fires. There, that one's fouled off as Gilbert's bat went flying. He's gonna get some more pine tar because he held that bat like there's loads of lube on a dildo. That's how he held that bat. Slippy as anything. So 2-2. I always say the first batter is so important. If you can get a leadoff runner, it's huge. If you get the first out, it just settles down the pitcher. So an important at bat here for Gilbert. We'll see what he does as Fairbanks then. As that 2-2 pitch is a high pop up to left field. That ball could land safely. Will it land safely? It will land safely in foul territory. As Sanoha was sprinting, he could not make the catch over his shoulder. And Gilbert is living a thin life here, but he is still living. As Scott says, after hours of yeah, it's late. So and Ethan left. So we've had OnlyFans and what I just set up. So 2-2. Gilbert, he's caught a few breaks here, but we'll take it. Can he get on? As a 2-2 pitch is fouled out of play, a fastball right down the middle. And it's 2-2 still. As they're calling pitches out of the Marlins dugout. Is that not the most Gabe Kapler thing ever? He wants his coaches to call pitches from the dugout. That's Giants-esque. That's a 2-2 pitch here to Gilbert. Is a foul ball. It was a slider. Good slider there, and Gilbert did well to foul it off. Good at bat so far for Gilbert. See if he can get it to a full count, because that would make it interesting. I remember when Ryan Walker, when the Giants got slated for calling pitches from their dugout, the Marlins will do it just fine because that's the Gabe Kapler philosophy. As the Marlins are trying to win using their bullpen for the whole game. As the 2-2 pitch to Gilbert is a pop-up that should be playable. As it will be for the catcher Hicks. That's out number one, and that's probably the game done. First out is so big. We'll see. Try and get a base runner and bring Jordan Cox in the game with his speed. As I know, Mike, that is the definition of micromanaging. It's not like Peter or Pete Fairbanks is young either. He's been around. I'm sure he knows how to pitch. So here's Suzak. Suzak's 1 for 2 today with a sac fly. As he checks his swing, but it hits his bat. So he's unlucky there. And it's 1-0. I know, Spencer. The first out's huge. You know, when the base runner reaches, I go, "Oh, here we go." I get the feeling. As that pitch is a swing and a miss on a fastball way out the zone by Suzak. That's what he's done a lot more of recently, chase out the zone. As this jersey's days may be numbered. Patrick Bailey jersey days. I'll still wear it regularly, but not regular. I still wear it every now and then, but just not regularly. As a rise is on deck, maybe a rise can get a hit, and then a Eldridge bomb would be nice. As Suzak strikes out there, doesn't he? No, Suzak doesn't strike out. I thought he definitely swung. That was the most awkward check swing you'll ever see. And somehow Suzak survives. I thought he for sure swung. I still think he swung on the replay. Show me a first base cam. Oh, he so swung. What a missed check swing call there. As he fouls that one out. And it's 1-2 still. Well, the Giants catch a break. That was definitely a swing, but it wasn't called. Well, can you take advantage of that break? We will see. The 1-2 pitch here to Suzak is a curveball, or it's a slider, but it might as well be a curveball. I mean, that has way more vertical movement than it does horizontal movement. So it's 2-2 here. Get a base runner, Giants. That's all we want. The 2-2 pitch to Suzak is a ground ball to the third baseman. Sanoa is going to throw it across the diamond. That's going to be out number 2. So the Giants down to their final out. Well, not looking good. Can a rise reach? Otherwise, Bryce Eldridge's on base streak of 22 games will be over as well. The rise batting 322 is 0 for 4 today. So the top of the Giants lineup's a combined 0 for 8. And that's why they've scored just the 3 runs. As Fairbanks fires. That is a ball to Luis Arise, a slider low. He was tempted there, Arise, to swing at that pitch. He does not. The Giants' win streak's going to end at 3 by the looks of it. It's so annoying. We can only get a 3-game win streak, as unless Arise reaches, it will be over. As Arise then hits a high fly ball to right centre field. That ball will get to the warning track, but the catch will be made on the warning track by Marcy. Marlins win 4-3. There you go. That's a nice early birthday gift for Wilson as well. Absolute rubbish by the Giants offense. They had no base runners in the 7th, 8th, or 9th inning. As the offense goes quiet late, the bullpen blows it again. Don't even get mad at the end of the game. It's just is what it is. So the Giants, another series without a sweep as well. They're still waiting for their first series sweep. It'll be May by the time we actually get a sweep. Juice, thanks for joining. I won't be live for the Giants game tomorrow, guys. I will be live a little bit later for the Mariners versus the who was it? Mariners versus the Red Sox. But thank you all for joining. Scott, Spencer, Juice, Zim, Wilson, Bob, Ethan, Haron left earlier. All you guys out there. Insane was in here as well. I appreciate all you guys. But until next time, take care all. As Spencer says, we suck all. Get him tomorrow, as Juice says. Until the next stream, bye guys. Enjoy your Friday night.
Thank you. Thank you. See you next time. It was a blast.